ended up okay. I ended up going and watching Eternal Sunshine after the last one.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of that was like the first hour. I was kind of second guessing myself. It's like, man, maybe this movie doesn't quite hold up. And I was disappointed by how much I wasn't enjoying it so much. And then the back half of the second hour there or whatever, I was like, oh, okay, this is why it all
What
sort of
I
comes
mean,
together.
I am curious though. Like, what did you find yourself not enjoying about the first thrust of it? Because I feel like that's where most of the fun is, and the back half is like where it like gets more upsetting than ultimately hopeful. I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you, the only fucking thing holding that movie together is Kate Winslet. I like Jim Carrey's good, he's fine, but she is the only fucking
Yes.
thing holding that movie
It's
together.
really interesting.
Uh,
I haven't watched it in like a decade, but I remembered like super strong feelings about it. So
Well, I definitely agree with you. I think Winslet is like it would definitely be in my top 10 performances for the 25 years
Oh yeah,
um,
you sent me that list from
in
earlier.
this. And yeah, no, I 100% agree. I think it's one of her best performances. I think it is Jim Carrey's best performance, like
No,
dramatic performance,
he's good.
period. Then also, dude, I mean, Wilkinson, I think Kirsten Dunst is like
Excellent.
doing like super underrated work in this, and also like super fun. Ruffalo,
Yep.
skeevy little fucking Elijah Wood.
Elijah
Uh,
Wood is awful in that movie. I forgot about that
he's a
when I
complete
watched it
piece of
again.
shit. Like one of the more
That's
truly
my
like
least favorite
despicable
actor in
characters.
the world.
Well, I mean, that's
Elijah
a
Wood.
They play
the
terrible statement.
world.
Hate
But
him.
yeah.
they
I,
play on
I,
that
I, yeah, never been
whole
an Elijah
like
Wood fan.
well
Never.
they play
Did
on
we
that whole
did
like
we
he's a
find
little
your
bit
John Krasinski, Brendan? Is
That
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 what you did?
is undoubtedly my John Krasinski. Like
who
I
wait
would rather look at my own turds in a toilet than watch it. Except
Whoa, dude!
who
I didn't
hates
even say
Krasinski?
anything that mean. That's
I
me.
love Krasinski.
you what do
That's
you
me.
mean? You said John
What's
Krasinski.
wrong
I
with
said
Krasinski?
I thought you said you listened to the end of the last episode.
Oh,
We went
John,
on like I went on like a 10-15 minute rant
yeah,
because
straight
Brendan
10
tried to
minutes.
put forward A Quiet Place,
I
which
love that movie,
I
dude.
was not excited
Brendan
for.
actually slipped in a couple bangers. I'm gonna be honest, Casino Royale being one of them, and then
So I was like, dude, I needed Ev for backing on a Quiet Place because I know Ev liked a Quiet
can,
Place.
can I
And then
can I? Oh,
and then
sorry, go
Noah's
ahead.
like, oh, well, we didn't even have an M Night Shyamalan, and that's like them trying to be M Night Shyamalan. And John Krasinski, I hate him, and I was like, whoa.
All right, can I say, Brendan? I'm shocked that you put that in there. No, I think we all went and saw that. What's the theater in Charleston that the art house theater, or whatever it is in
The
Charleston?
The
Terrace.
Terrace?
The Terrace. We all went and saw. I thought you were with us. No, we went and saw Quiet Place at the Terrace.
Nah, I saw it at
Okay.
the Citadel
It was
Mall. So
okay. It
yeah.
was just Brennan and I, and the girl I was dating at the time, and we went and saw it, and um, we came out of it, and I'm like, man,
It's fun.
fucking, I'm
It's
like
great.
the part where he sacrifices, spoiler alert, sacrifices himself for his daughter, got me. Brendan and the girl that saw it with us go, dude, saw that shit coming from a mile away, did nothing for me, and
I
so I was like,
didn't
damn, am
even
I an
same.
idiot? Like, am I the only one who liked that movie? And so the fact that you
Apparently Brendan loved it.
I
I
love
thought
the
he
movie.
hated it. I thought he
No,
hated they
no,
seemed underwhelmed by it. Anyway,
no. I can't wait for number 3 to come out, and then I'm gonna
I
drag. I'm
can't
gonna
wait.
drug. I'm
So
gonna
yeah,
When
drug Noah.
when does it come out? Is that the one that's supposed to be like
It's
about
it's the
the
prequel. It's all
invasion?
about John Krasinski.
The second one starts off. Well, I like the second one a lot. I'm sorry, this is
Yeah,
becoming
the
a
second one
podcast about Quiet
was
Place.
sick. The opening of the second
Do
one was
we do we go
holy
back and push
shit.
it through
This is
now?
awesome.
Agreed, Tim. Agreed. I fucking loved it. I went and saw the Lupita Nyong'o. I cannot saying it right.
Lupita
Lupita
Nyong'o.
Lupe.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I went and
You
saw
could
that
just
one.
call her
Not
Lupita.
Thank you,
She's Lupita.
Lupita. Yeah, I did not enjoy that one. But the other two I fucking love. And Emily, God dang it, what's her last
Blunt.
name? Blunt. Thank you, Emily Blunt. In the second one, dude, I always get choked up when she's like trying to get her son to get his shit together. Dude, gets me
Yeah.
every time. Every
Dude,
time.
both movies. Both movies great. Both movies great.
It just
Yeah.
feels like knockoff Shyamalan to me. I'm sorry.
No one wanted to put old in there. He said, if you're putting Quiet Place in there, we got to put old in there.
Dude, I will not stand for this. You keep
I'll make a
insisting that I
case for
love them.
Midnight Sedan or whatever his name is. Midnight Suburban.
Mid-size sedan.
Mid-size sedan. Okay, that's right.
Dude,
I
the
don't know.
star
Midnight
the
Suburban sounds like a good album title.
That sounds like a strain of THC.
yeah, for sure.
Oh, dude, I would smoke that in a heartbeat.
Yeah. All right, so that was a very interesting intro. I don't know how we'll keep this, but hey, welcome back to the Arc Review podcast. This is part 4 of our 25 for 25 nomination spectacular. We have a very special guest joining the bunch, Mr. Tim Niles, I think for his very first ever Arc Review appearance, often mentioned on the network. Maybe never heard. We had a botched episode at some point, but we would like to welcome him now. Say hello, Tim.
Howdy, folks. We have tried a couple times, and I think it was, wireless headphones, technical
This was also
difficulties.
this was in a pre-Zoom world where now I even
Yeah, it was
forget that it's like
pre-COVID.
pretty much everybody here is just literally just talking on their phone and like there's none of
Yeah.
that stuff to worry
Yeah,
about.
It's not an
and
issue. I have my mic from back then, and it's
you
the
don't even
computer
really need it.
mic. So,
I'm sure the listening audience would love for us all to have professional studio quality mics and a lovely soundboard and all of that stuff, but you know what? You're not paying for this, so this is what you get. Barum, you look dude, you are in the zone right now. Hell yeah. All right. So
I am running on pure
in,
adrenaline.
in honor of so we are gonna try and move somewhat more swiftly. And if you need to tap out at some point, by all means. But Barham's got early class, I got early catering. We'll see how many we get through. But the idea is to theoretically wrap this shit up tonight. This is the finale spectacular of the nominations period of the 25 for 25. So Tim is coming in. We're gonna kick it to him. Rounds are kind of irrelevant at this point. I'm still tracking it. But Tim, what would you like to nominate? Your first hat in the ring pick. Let the people know where you're coming from. What do you got for us?
all right. Well, in the spirit of getting things done quickly, it probably will because my list I was compiling as I was trying to put my toddler down to bed about 20 minutes ago. I only have 13. I can definitely get to 25, but I got 13 at the moment. So apologies for the very short list. But
That's quite all right.
do you want me to go over some overlap, or do you want me to go with a couple
You
that
could
I don't
actually,
think?
yeah, before you do your first nomination, absolutely anything that you had on your list that you've already heard us mention, that you would like to shout out, or that you particularly agreed with, or any picks that we made that you're like, how the hell is that in the top 50? By all means, critique us.
Okay, so I definitely have The Departed on there. I got The Dark Knight on there.
Yes.
Superbad, I believe, was on there. That's probably my number one comedy from the past 25 years. Although I do have a couple more on my list that I don't think were mentioned. And then
I was hoping you'd bring some comedy to the table.
We
I
need
think
some more
that's what the
comedies
list
on
is
there.
sorely lacking, and there are some huge obvious ones that have not even been mentioned. So yes, continue.
What else? I'm still doing from the list here. Black Hawk Down, for sure.
Oh, Brendan said that. Yeah.
What else? I
That
think
was a Brendan Nom, one of 3 Ridleys on the list at the moment.
The Scott
Nice.
brothers are all over this list.
Nice. Inglorious Bastards, if I didn't already say that one.
That's
Yes.
just while we've been litigating it on pretty much every episode since the second episode. If you're picking one Tarantino, that's your go-to.
I think so. I mean,
Yeah.
Django's pretty damn close, but no, I think I'd go with Inglorious.
Django also made it to the top 50, as did Kill Bill Volume 2 and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. He has, I believe, the most movies of any director at the moment. But obviously,
Nice.
some of those are going to
But
cancel
now
themselves
I
out.
just want to point out Inglorious is on 2 lists. So I think that means we win, right?
I don't know if it means you win, but it definitely is the highest seeded of any of the Tarantinos at the moment. But they're still
We
going
win
to
the
probably
Tarantino pool.
face off with each other at some point. So, not that you have to do a comedy, but with that in mind, what would you like to nominate for your first pick, bud?
Wait, I got a couple more. Obviously,
Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
Almost Famous is on my list.
We knew that was
Oh,
going to be pretty
yes.
much unanimous support. I think that brings that up to a 6, so that's big.
And I think that's it
A
for.
large looming one for all of us in high school, and an enduring movie that I think we all go back to with some regularity, particularly the untitled cut, the extended director's cut, which is phenomenal.
Yeah, amazing. I actually like that was at least twice a year for so long since high school, but I've kind of it's been too long, I would say. So that's due for a rewatch for sure because that's
Holds
like
up
top
so well.
three all time for me. Probably as you guys all know, love that movie.
Holds up
Okay,
so well.
so I think that's everything I have on my short list of 13 here that's already been talked about. Let's go comedies then. Um, I mentioned Superbad already, but another one, Anchorman. Anchorman, to me, I remember seeing it in the theater and had never like Anchorman is one of the best comedies and it's the best Will Ferrell, in my opinion. So Anchorman is on my list for the past 25 years.
Yeah.
Um, Lines that I still say to this day, although it's cliche and annoying at this point. But yeah, I it's great. Anchorman. That has to be on the list. No doubt about it.
I think if we're
Yeah,
even talking like the number two comedy after Superbad, I think it's kind of inarguable. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Um,
Most iconic of like,
and while
I
it's
feel like even
still
more
in
broad
the
spectrum iconic than
overall
Superbad.
like
And I,
Apatow verse in
mhm,
terms of it's produced by him, it's kind of
right.
like of this era, it was the Apatow and the McKay movies. And I feel like if you're gonna take the two crown jewels of both, that those two might be it. So you have my support for sure. I
in
just
terms of most quoted, would you say is Step Brothers? Are we putting Step Brothers up there like next to Anchorman for most? I don't know what's quoted more between
It's
Anchorman or
on my
Step Brothers.
list. It's on my list, and in this household, between me and my wife, we still every single day one of those movies is quoted. No bullshit. Either Anchorman or Step Brothers. A line from those fucking movies is said to one another. So just for that, like it made the list because yeah, we love those movies. We're gonna show those to our kids, and they're gonna be like, "What the fuck? This is supposed to be funny." Like we we joke around, like we're gonna try to show them Superbad, and they'll be like, I don't get it."
Well,
Like,
it's our Animal House kind of.
yeah,
Well, Superbad's our Animal House, but
Oh, what about old school? Don't forget about. I mean, you're talking about in
I
our
do love
time
old
period. Old
school.
school was kind of
Old
a
school's
Animal
Gen
House,
X, Animal Houses.
or Van Wilder. Van
Yeah.
Wilder was another one. I mean, I know we're out of the time frame of what we're talking about now, but if we're talking about Animal Houses of our generation. You know,
no. Uh, so yeah, just to clarify, guys, thoughts around the board. That's thumbs up from Ev,
Thumbs
Barum,
up.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
thumbs down from Brendan, and Gav. Any thoughts on Anchorman? Welcome to the party, by the way. We now have a 6-man pod. I think this might be a first.
Might be, yeah, the most quoted around the well, no, the most quoted around the Thomas Sumter Academy campus was obviously Napoleon Dynamite, but the second most quoted was Anchorman. I'm
I
just
was
kidding.
gonna
It's
say,
probably Anchorman.
to that point, Tim, you said you saw it in theaters. I did not see this in theaters because I'm kind of trying to put myself back in that time period, and it's like Will Ferrell had been in some movies and had been great in some supporting parts, but this was not on my radar as like a see in the theaters. And I remember like I think the first time being hugely aware of it beyond like, oh, that movie came out was I think William Lane, Tubby to all of us,
Tubby.
like quoting it in one of our classes or whatever, and me being like, what the hell is that? It's like, oh, it's Anchorman. Okay. And then going to Sycamore and renting it like that afternoon and finally catching up to it. But yeah, that's one that I felt like I was late to the party, but I think was also like a sleeper hit that like did okay in theaters, but just like absolutely destroyed on DVD and
mhm.
is so incredibly rewatchable. And
They had enough footage to make
Yeah.
2 movies.
I was gonna say, and also comes back and does the Lego sequel thing, I think, better than a lot of other attempts. I thoroughly enjoy that second one as well. Gav, was that a yay or a nay? But
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
So you support it going to the 50. We've been over this. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Damn it. Okay. We're calling it a 5. All right. So, Ev, you kind of ended what was round 12 for us, I believe.
Sure.
So, and Brendan, you caused a whole stew and forced me to use one of my actually, Barham and Gavin forced me to use my vetoes.
Wait, I didn't listen. What did you veto of Brendan's?
A
He
Quiet
put A
Place.
Quiet Place.
I
Oh,
just
that was
I
your
He was
let
veto.
it
like,
Okay,
I
okay.
let
dude, he
it
left
out
my
of the
mouth. He was
bag
like,
that I
veto,
really
veto,
did not
veto.
like Krasinski, and that like
Fuck, I would have
I
had your
would
back,
use
Brendan.
a veto to block it. And so then Barham and Gavin were like, "Well, I think we're gonna like give it a thumbs up just so you have to use your veto." And they didn't even really give a shit. They just did it to fuck me basically. So yeah, I burned a veto on A Quiet Place to keep it off the 50 because I just
It was a good.
So
It was a good veto. It was good.
Evan,
thank
if
you. Thank
that's
you.
why that's why all those John Krasinski gifts were in the
In the
text chat the
conversation.
next day. Yeah,
Okay.
And
that's
that's
why they're
why when
there.
I
Yeah, some of
posted
that
it to
was. I was like, I missed
Instagram, I
something.
said, with apologies to John Krasinski. Not. Okay. Brendan, your round
Go.
12 pick, bud. What you got?
Ooh, I was not expecting to be called on. Give me 1 second.
I mean, we
There's
can
so
go to
many
Oh
people
yeah,
to
all right,
Sunday.
choose
yeah, all right, I
from.
got it.
There's so many
Um,
people, you don't know who's gonna go first.
it's a 16% chance. Yeah, all right. So, actor turned director. First movie came out. I think it crushed it. I'm expecting everybody to have support of this one, but Get Out, Jordan Poole. Sorry, this basketball. Um,
Try
oh my
again.
God.
Try again. You got it, bud. You got it, bud.
Hold on. No, I need help. Now all I can think about
What
is
do you
Jordan
what do you
Poole.
do with the
Deal.
banana? What do you do with the banana?
Jordan Peele. Sorry.
There you go, bud.
Anyways, but yeah, Get Out, I think, needs to be at least mentioned from his trilogy that he put out. I think that would be the best of the three to
Absolutely.
put forward. I'm
I
not
like
saying it's,
Nope, dude. I'm
yeah, well,
more
I
of a
know.
Nope. I'm a Nope guy.
I was gonna
I
say
was
some
gonna
people are
say,
gonna say Nope.
yeah.
Some people are gonna say Nope. Maybe somebody says Us. I think between the three, Get Out
It's
or
my
Nope.
number one movie of 2022 is Nope. I love Nope.
But I think Get Out deserves attention. So for me,
Oh,
I'm gonna put
absolutely.
that out there.
100%. It was on, I don't remember, it might have hit like 26 or 27, but it was in my list until the very end at least.
It is
If it's not on there.
my number 17.
So
Shit.
Yeah.
yeah, great. I've rewatched it a bunch of times.
And again, I'm right there with you where it's like every single time I rewatch Nope, I'm like, dude, I think this is his
This
best and my
this is
favorite.
best.
But
Yeah.
again, when we go back to like the theatrical experience of Get Out was
Mhm.
like is still kind of unrivaled, dude. Seeing that in a packed house like opening weekend,
I saw Nope in
absolutely
IMAX,
like
man, when it
insane.
opened.
Well,
Oh, that's
dude, I
dope.
mean, and
IMAX, that's
great
dope.
great
Yeah.
experience in the theater with that as well. But again, like
I believe it was IMAX.
We left Noah and I saw Nope together, and we were just on two different pages. I mean, I liked Nope, but Noah was like over the hill, and I was like, man, it was all right.
Yeah, I was fucking
yeah, dude.
elated after I saw the movie. Anyway,
Uh so Ev, are you holding off because
oh no, I'm thumbs down. Only not because I don't like the movie, but just because I like
you
one of
would
his other
you would
movies much
rather
better.
Nope
Yeah,
being the nominee. I'm
yeah.
100% behind it, as is Barham.
Yeah,
Gav,
absolutely.
this
I
is
agree
a
with Evan. Nope is on my list, and
oh
if I
okay. I mean,
Oh, I thought you gave a thumbs up at first.
no,
you guys can still
I gotta
nom
go
it
with
if you
Nope.
want to, but I'm fully behind this. It's on my list. I can't not agree. And
Yeah.
Barham's in. Tim,
It's
care to
just
weigh in? Get out.
Nope or Get Out.
Get
Get
out
Out.
as the nominee.
Oh yeah, I'll give that a thumbs up. But I was gonna say I kind of agree with Brendan on the Nope feeling after watching it. But I think I watched it on an airplane, so I probably should give another shot.
I was pretty over the moon for it on first viewing, but it's one of those, I swear every time I go back to it, it truly is the closest thing, and this will sound so hyperbolic, but it's the closest thing we have to Jaws like in the modern era. And it's just flipped. It's literally just it's Jaws in the sky. And
It's
every time I
awesome.
rewatch it through that prism, I'm just like, dude, this is one of the best like sci-fi adventure movies like ever made, full stop, and
Yeah.
just has some of the most like breathtaking sequences I've ever seen in a movie. Cannot wait to see what I think we get a holiday release from him this year.
Yes,
Maybe it's next year.
I think it's 2026. I'm sorry.
It is 2026. Uh, yeah, but okay. Get Out is through with a four seed. Fantastic nomination, Brendan.
It's one of the most satisfying endings of any horror movie too.
Yeah,
Like I feel good at
100%.
the end. I
Dude,
absolutely just feel
get
great
him,
at the
Grandpa.
end.
He's just,
As I've told Brendan and may have told some of you off mic, but again, in the midst of that theatrical experience, one of the funniest moments I've ever witnessed, which was
oh yeah.
uh, an audience, a raucous audience who was just eating up the movie, like laughing in all the right spots and everything. And the one lone white guy who chose to be an asshole and try and tell the 5 or 6 black women sitting in front of him that they needed to be quiet because they were ruining the movie. To which he was
How'd that
promptly
go for him?
to which he was probably told, "Shut the fuck up, white boy." And it is one of the funniest things I have ever witnessed in a theater. And he promptly shut the fuck up for the rest of the movie and sat like very quietly. But yeah. Anyways, Get Out. There we go. Brent or Barum rather, excuse me. I'm looking at you, bud. Hit
All
me with
right.
your
Well,
round 12 pick, sir.
round 12, I'll start off with another Netflix favorite of mine, but Knives Out. I love seeing.
Yes.
First off,
What happened, Brendan? I looked away for 2 seconds.
I'm sitting here. I'm like, nobody else is gonna have it on their list. I had it on my list.
dude,
I'm
I
sitting
fucking
here,
love it.
dude.
I love an Agatha Christie. Like
Yes,
I love that kind of like murder mystery shit. I absolutely fucking love it.
yes.
Plus, it's just so great to see him. Like, I know at the end of James Bond, he was fucking hating life. He hated being in the role. And then you could immediately tell in Knives Out that he's enjoying his job again.
Dude,
He's
he was
just
great.
fucking loving it.
He's
He's got
great.
that southern accent that doesn't belong to any particular part of the South, really. Like, it's
No, it's
maybe
like
probably some
almost
weird
Creole
mid.
in a sense.
It's like
Yeah.
middle Louisiana. Louisiana's got a weird range,
It
but it's
belongs
just,
to Foghorn Leghorn, let's be honest. But
yes. Which, again,
that's
where
a
is Foghorn
compliment. That's a
Leghorn?
compliment, by the way.
Oh, yeah. But, like, he's just having like hamming it up, having the time of his life. You could really tell how much he's enjoying acting again, which to me was just a really like it put me in a good mood watching it. And then I love an Agatha Christie like Hercule Poirot like type murder mystery thing. The Gentleman Detective, absolutely love it. It
Yeah.
ticked all of my boxes. And then the
Bam, I
end
think
was
you
just
crushed it,
super
man.
satisfying.
When the other night when you said that you had a Daniel Craig movie on your list, I was like, man, I hope it's Knives Out. I'm praying that
Yeah,
it's
I
Knives
mean,
Out.
I
I
love
hoped it
Glass
was queer.
Onion,
That's what I
but
thought it was going to be. I hoped it was queer.
One of the best
like, I,
singular sequences of the 21st century is in that movie, but that movie is just okay.
Oh,
but
heartbreak.
yeah, no, I love Glass Onion, but I feel like Knives Out, just that formula, it is like to a T. That murder mystery formula, like all the little twists were in just the right spot. The cast is insane. Everybody's fucking like it's just
Well,
perfection.
Bam, I think you and I might be solo on this, but you got my support for sure. It's on my
Yeah, I
list.
was surprised. I was wondering whether it was going to be on anybody else's list because I thought it was a
Oh
great
yeah.
movie, but I also didn't know if it was just my taste.
No,
So
no, no, man. I think you hit it on the head. I think I've
I
seen it
love
3 or 4
I
times at
love
this
the
point.
synergy between you boys. Uh, is there any thoughts from the? Okay, I see Evan giving a thumbs down. You don't have to go into deeper detail.
Oh, Gav,
Gav's
come
gonna
on, my
upvote
guy.
it. Gav, is it on your list?
No, but I'll upload it.
Hell yeah.
fuck
Tim, any
yes.
thoughts on Knives Out? Ryan Johnson's Knives Out?
That was Netflix in 2019. It might have been fell asleep in the middle of it, so that's a thumbs down for me.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, it carries with 3, but I'm actually going to throw in 4 as well, simply because I love Ryan Johnson, one of my favorite directors working, and writers, frankly. And I don't. There's another movie that's a personal favorite of mine that's not on my top 25, but is in my extended list that I don't necessarily see making it over the line. I know it's on Mr. Sunshine Mayfield's list. I'm just going to bring it up because Gav, I'm looking at you. I don't think you're going to nominate it. Ryan Johnson's Brick. I just want to give a shout out as being
Fucking love that movie.
a phenomenal movie that would probably
So
be
good.
my personal pick of the filmography still if I had to throw one on here from him. But
Just rewatched it. So good.
I'm throwing my weight behind Knives Out in support of just Ryan Johnson having a movie in the 50 as well. So it carries with a 4 seed. And Gavin Blanchard, I'm looking at you, bud. Your round 12 pick.
This is a movie that I've only seen once. I will never watch again. But it needs to be on the list. If you have, I don't, well, but the list you sent me, no one talked about it, but I'm gonna put a Green Room. It's my number 10 overall. But
It's a
Oh,
fun movie.
again,
It's a really fun movie.
I'll never
It's
watch
a
it
really
again.
fun movie.
Once
Yeah.
was enough. Like
I
if
don't
you
know
want
if
to
I'd call it it's my idea of fun, but I agree. We shouldn't like tell everybody, hey, really fun movie to go check out.
I've
Really
never seen
intense,
like
really intense movie.
I've
that's an
never been
October
more
oldie
like
for me.
yeah, that's like the most visceral assault on anything I've ever felt. Like I I appreciate that there's still people who can like physically make me react in film because I know it's not real. But like I had a nightmare about 2 days later that like I knew that all these kids, you know, went out to do this thing and they didn't come back and like I knew about it and so because I knew about it some the people who did it to them were coming to me. And I got really and I woke up and you ever wake up and you spend like 20 minutes and then something clicks in your brain you're like, "No, that's not real. I was dreaming." And like you have this wave of euphoria that hits you because you're just so happy that all the fucked up shit you were thinking happened in a dream isn't actually real. You don't live in that reality. You know, like that hit me with
Oh
that
yeah.
movie. And like I don't want to do it again. So I watched it the one time with and I'm not doing it again, but it deserves to be on here just because it's the only movie on my list that made me feel that. And I'm okay with like not trusting directors and them doing things like that to me. I think we need more people like that. But like yeah, I watched it once. I can't recommend it enough, but I'll never watch it again. It's all I
Yeah.
can give you a top 10 of movies
Same.
I'll never watch again if you want. We can do that next if you guys want to talk about that when this is all over because there's plenty of them out there.
Actually, sounds like a really fun
Yeah,
podcast.
seriously. Yeah.
That sounds like an interesting
But
one to do at some point.
yeah, no, and just Sir Patrick Stewart, villainous is like
Oh
it's good
yeah.
to see like somebody who's usually like the noble, upstanding guy. I'm a big Star Trek fan. Like just seeing like him play just the most
Yeah.
insidious villain. Like I absolutely fucking love it. But horrific, and I don't want. I have no desire to see it a second time.
But is that a thumbs up from you,
Oh
Brandon?
yeah, absolutely. No, it's fucking great. It was
Okay.
just so good that I don't know when I really want to put myself through that again. The hand in the door thing.
Yeah.
Oh God,
Yeah.
dude, opening up the belly with the box cut. Oh man, so many unforgettable images in that movie. Jeremy Saulnier, another one of my faves, who's finally back. Had Rebel Ridge recently, and he's kind of back in the mix. I think he's actually got a new project coming up. So I'm 100% behind this one. It's in my extended list that I made in my like 50 rather. So I got to throw a vote behind it as well. That's a 3. Anybody else have any feelings on Green Room?
Never seen it.
Love the movie, but I don't know. I just can't. I don't think it breaks the top 25. So I will withhold the.
That's quite all right. Tim, did you ever catch this one, bud?
I did, but I kind of, yeah, I don't think it's
Kind of where Ev
top.
is.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I remember it being like, holy shit, but yeah, I don't think
Well,
I wouldn't give
gentlemen,
it
it's
thumbs
still
up.
it's still gonna carry with a light 3.
How many spots are left?
I as you're saying that, I'm also in the midst of trying to update.
Dude, it's got to be like 7 or 8.
It's not many. It's not many.
Actually, you guys can help me out real quick. So we added Anchorman with Tim's pick. After that was Brendan
Get Out.
with Get
Get
Out.
Out. Then it was Knives Out.
And Knives Out, which went through. Okay. And then we just put through
Green Room.
So hang
Green
on.
Room.
Are you worried about spots? Or you worried about rounds?
So I'm worried about spots because I'm thinking because I was looking at even my extended list and I was like, man, there's probably like 10 movies that I feel should be mentioned that still haven't been mentioned. And I'm like,
So I just counted 44 over the past 3 weeks. So we just put through 3 or 4.
We just put through 4, yes.
So that means we're at 48, which means we would have 2 movies left.
But
like
we
if I
talked
could
about
go
this
back, I would have changed some of my picks, I would say, because I was careless with how many spots we had available to us.
Well,
Well,
I didn't think the spots were an issue because they were going to have to battle each other. So it's either you get what you get in your entire 50 or 25, You get what you get. Everybody puts their 25 out there,
Right.
regardless whether they make it or not. And if we have more than 50, then we take what's over 50 or 64, whatever it is, whittle it down to 50, and then they can fight each other out to be the top 25.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I thought we were holding the line at 50.
No,
and
we should
that
just get as many as
The
we can
la-
on the board, so they
the
have
la-
to fight each other.
The last thing we had said in the group chat, we don't have to stick to this necessarily, was the idea was go to 56. And then we would have a final round where everybody got to veto one pick off the list, like just cold eliminate it, which would whittle the list to 50. And then
Right, but
based on
potentially,
Go ahead, Gav,
we
go
could.
ahead.
Well, no, potentially you could have more than that. In one round, we've had 3 movies go. We could have a round where no movie makes it. So, like, there's a potential you could add everybody's pick in a next round could go, so you could add a ton to it. So, like, if the emphasis is on the round, then just go till everybody gets their movie, their 25 movies they've listed, till they've said them. But if you're worried about the spots, then like some people
Yeah,
aren't going to
'cause
have their movies listed, like talked about. So
I
just
would say
go
just
through
get as many as we can, and then we can decide how many we have to cut. Like
Yeah,
we can do in the veto
Because
round, we can
I'll
just cut
say
as many
right
as we need
now,
in the veto rounds.
everybody's being very, for the most part, generous towards voting for other people.
exactly.
And
Yeah.
so, like, if we throw
Evan's
out,
being very thoughtful and cutthroat and paying attention to how many we have left. I just want to say.
I think he's in the right for that because we are being generous with very little spots left, and we are real generous up front. And when they go to face each other, that
Yeah.
generosity has to stop, right?
Exactly.
It's like, okay, now they have to face each other. Nobody's friends anymore.
And that's what's going to be fun. That's
Yeah,
that's
so
what's gonna
let's
be
be
fun, yeah.
generous
So
now,
so
and
six
then
so fuck the initial thing of whatever we'd said. We're going for a 64 bracket. We're capping the
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
movie count is 64.
Love it.
Period.
Love it.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
we'll just
And
do
then-
whatever we need to.
So
Like
so
Hell yeah.
guys, there's plenty more spots. Feel free to keep playing however you want to play. Nominate
That
whatever
means
you
we
want to
have-
nominate.
Still gonna be cutthroat.
So 48. That means we have 16. That means we have 16 spots left.
So the show goes on. I'm not leaving.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm not fucking leaving.
We're not fucking leaving. There might apparently there's going to be a part 5 now. But yeah, I'm not mad at it. Whatever. Okay. Hold on, boys. Let's so round 12. Everybody's gone except for me. Is that right?
Can I say something real quick? Because
Absolutely, Brendan.
Gavin was talking about this visceral experience from Green Room, which I've never seen. I will probably watch and then probably never watch again. If Gavin's having issues with it, I'm probably gonna have issues with it.
Mhm.
There was a movie. I was up in Philadelphia once. We were slightly hungover from a fun weekend out, and our buddy Evan was like, "This is the most terrifying movie we ever watched." And I was like, "Okay, I don't really get scared or nervous or think about movies too much afterwards, as far as like horror movies." And I watched it, and I was like, "Yeah, whatever, dude. It was a movie. It was weird."
This is me. I said this.
And then, this is my take on the movie you suggested. And then it was hard for like 2 or 3 weeks, man. I found it very difficult to fall asleep. I was like looking in the corners of my room, just making sure all the doors were locked. And I'm not saying that this is the best movie of all time, but has anybody ever seen, besides Evan and I, It Follows?
Dude, that
Brendan.
Damn, Brendan.
Brendan, wait a minute.
Brendan.
You just got wait a minute, dude. You
Brendan,
can't ask that.
You can't
Dude.
just like rudely mention a movie that could
That
be on
everyone
somebody's
here loves.
list, bro.
That's definitely on
that
someone's
somebody
list.
wants to nominate. Like, why would
But
you do that?
nobody's nominated that.
I mean,
Dude,
if we're
it's-
talking horror movies, it's way up there. I don't know.
Dude,
Brendan,
that movie-
Get back to your turn. Is this your
Which
round
number
13?
is it, Gav?
It's my number 12
Oh,
on my list.
yeah.
I just
I
haven't.
love that
I was
movie.
waiting till the last little bit to get it in. But
So, I mean,
Noah, tell me yours for the end of this round, and just use It Follows as the next round. My 13. That's fine. We can talk about it
Yeah,
then.
Brendan.
What's your 12, Noah?
Let's just talk about It Follows. Go ahead. Just go
Yeah.
ahead.
We're here now.
It's not my
How-
pick. This is Gavin's pick, but go ahead.
Yeah, this might. Well, yeah. I mean, what did you have a problem with, Brendan?
No. I said what I was saying was I'm
No,
not
no,
saying
like, what
it's
was
the
your-
best
what was your-
movie of all time. What I am saying is it was the most disturbing horror movie that I've watched, where I was actually like viscerally affected afterwards.
And
It's
what
incredible.
and what was your what made you feel that way? It's because you didn't know if like what she was looking at
Oh
was real or not real.
was real. Now, well, I
Yeah.
mean, it's got to be real, right? Because they're dead. So, like,
Right.
if they're
Just don't let it touch you. Yeah.
just don't let it touch you. Just don't let it touch you. But then, like,
But
you're
what?
sitting there and it's banging on the door and it never leaves. It's always there. And then, like, the fact that they make it so slow is actually more creepy than it being fast.
Yeah.
The
Like,
big guy getting through the hallway or the window
Oh,
of the door.
dude.
oh my
That shit.
God.
Oh, I
And
scream
it's
every
just like
time.
the dysmorphia that they do these bodies in. I'm just like, what the fuck am I watching, dude?
Even more to that is the
Oh,
fact that
delusion.
like what are the rules? Like obviously you can do something to it, but like that doesn't stop it. Like you can hurt it, but that doesn't actually stop
It's
it.
like
It's
you
still
could
gonna follow
fly
you.
overseas, but it's gonna just walk to the
Nope,
overseas.
I'm
So
back.
what do? You just fly to Europe and you wait
Yeah.
Oh, you're
for
gonna be a
like
pilot. Is
six
that why you became
months,
a pilot, Ev?
and
You
then
gotta
you
be a pilot.
fly probably, and then you fly back to the United States. I don't understand because you know what I mean. Does it stop in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean and turn around and come back? Like how does that work?
Does
Well,
it swim or
anyway,
does
I
it
think
sink?
about that. That one I just randomly think about that one all the time. Like how would I live? Because the thing is like, sorry.
Is it following you,
Because
Evan?
you're such a
If you
good guy
sleep
and
with someone,
you're not gonna give it to anybody else. I get it.
yeah, like look, okay, but let's say you did, and
No, I'm saying you're a good guy and you didn't do that to anybody. That's why you're worried about this. I get it.
well, yeah, yeah, because like, how do you live with it, right? But it's like, but like, also, do you really want to live the rest of your life celibate? Like, and it's, but then that's another side of it. I was just thinking about how do you outrun it, you know?
Well, it doesn't move fast.
Yeah, I don't know. But then
You
like,
just
but
keep
you
it in your
can't
sights all the
even.
time, but then you never can stop moving.
Thought about this too. It actually would also be scarier to pass it along and not know when all the
when it's
people you
coming
passed it
back to
to,
you.
when it's coming back to you, because
Yeah.
you just don't
Oh,
Well,
know.
it's gonna make me vomit, dude. Thinking about this.
is that the sequel? But they follow? Is that what's happening? I
They
don't know.
The sequel is the sequel is coming next year, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I
Uh,
didn't know that.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm
they
saying. They
follow.
follow. Yeah. Trust me, boys. This is one of my favorite horror movies in the past 10 years. And
Can't watch it. I can't watch it.
It's
dude,
amazing. It's
just for the music alone and the ambience, I watch this shit all the
Mm.
time. Yeah, that's when I tell people you can watch this multiple times and have more fun with it every time.
Fun.
Yeah.
So where
great idea. Just an
I mean,
amazing idea.
Brendan, should we take? I mean, you said you're shocked that anybody was even nominating it, but you
Well,
had
I
a
just didn't
very,
think that was gonna be on somebody's list. I
but
just
I'm
didn't
saying, but
think.
you had a very huge reaction to it, obviously. So
Oh, I mean,
do you,
I'll definitely support it. Yeah, for sure.
okay, Evan, thumbs, Barum, have you seen
I
this
don't
one?
know that I
10?
ever saw it. I don't know that I ever
Dude,
saw it.
Barum,
Well, huge
yes,
recommend
see
to
it.
both of you guys.
See it.
A super
And
spooky. I'm glad we
we don't
got some more horror on the
and,
board,
and
and
we
it
don't have to mention
carries
that
with a 4.
it's got a what's her face in it? Like she's in everything, every horror movie you could think of.
Micah
Micah
Yeah,
Monroe.
she
Monroe,
was in
yeah.
Long
She's
Legs, right? Recently,
Yeah.
Long
yep.
Legs.
Yep.
I forget the actress's name, and she was in Watcher, which actually was
Mike
pretty good as
Yep.
well.
Micah Monroe. She is
Micah
Micah
Monroe, yeah.
Monroe.
kind of the scream queen in terms of quality over the last like 10 years or
She's
so.
great.
Pretty
Yeah, she's
fantastic
good.
and everything. Yeah. Okay. It Follows was Gavin's round 13 pick. We're gonna go
Gavin,
back to me.
my bad, man. I did not think that
No,
anybody
I'll
was
put it
gonna
up.
have this
No,
on the
dude,
list.
I got you, bro. I
You
got
were
it.
talking about like visceral things. I was like, dude, I still
Noah's
think
like,
about it
how do I
follows.
mute that screen?
Dude, I think we watched this like 10 years ago, and
I
I
just
still think
love that
about
you
it.
interjected like, "Hey, can I say something? Can I
You
ruin somebody's
graciously, sure,
pick
Brennan, go ahead. Just
when it's
ruin
not my
someone's pick.
turn?" Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay. It's been long enough. I'm gonna utter his
Wait.
name. I haven't nominated a PTA movie yet.
Do it.
As I discussed, you know,
Veto.
outside shut the fuck up, Gavin.
Veto.
Outside of the
Use one of your supers or it's getting vetoed.
you're gonna regret this so hard. Um yeah, whatever. Outside of the Coens, I was like, nope, we can't have more than 2 movies by a director. So, or more than 1 movie. So I was torn. I fought with myself for a while, but I'm going with my fave. I'm nominating The Master, starring Mr. Joaquin Phoenix and Philip Seymour Hoffman. Yes, 2 of my favorite performances of the decade. Joaquin probably being my second
Oh.
favorite of the 25 years, behind Miss Naomi Watts, and Mulholland's already been mentioned. So there we go. Yeah, a Ostensibly at the time, everybody thought it was like his Scientology movie. The more and more I watch it, it's just about like American identity post World War II. That's the whole thing, and like it's I don't know, it's fantastic. It has two amazing performances at the core of it, and Amy Adams is also incredible in it. And the more and more you watch it, the funnier it becomes. It's one of those. And it's a movie that I like to get lost in because it is still pretty elliptical and I don't like again, I have like a read on it, but I don't even think that like I've gotten to the bottom of it, not even that it's one of those sort of things. But anyways, it has yeah, I think still Joaquin's best performance, the movie I wish he won the Oscar for personally. And one of I mean, in a very storied career, one of PSH's finest performances as well. So that's the pick I'm going with. I know I surprised you there. I know what you thought I was going to say, but
Yeah,
we have some room, and
because you have a
this is what's on
milkshake
my
and I have
list,
a
bro.
milkshake.
I mean, yeah, but somebody else could still nominate it if they want to. But I'm putting up the master, and you know, I don't have to have any support, but I needed to say my piece. That's my one. It was hard though, because there's a lot of good ones, and I
Like,
am curious if anybody has any on their list and wants to throw them into the mix right now, they're more than welcome to jump in if they want to go with their round 13 pick. But I'm going to assume that the master has no fucking support in the room whatsoever. Not a
I have
drop.
not seen it. I've
I
never
love
seen it.
PTA, brother. I just that one for me was like a one, and I don't know if I can watch it again. I'll try. I'm gonna try now though. I will try now. I swear. I'm gonna watch it again, dude. I love PTA. I just watched one of the other
I would
likely nominees here like a day or two ago.
I would burn both of my super votes to force it through, but I think I'm gonna have to fucking fight you guys on another one because you've been so fucking difficult.
Well, you know,
So
you could get this one through if you want. I'm not going to veto it. I thought you were talking
Yeah,
about
I'm
that
not gonna
other
veto it
Anderson dude.
either. Mm.
no, not Wes
I heard.
Anderson,
I was
not
thinking that's what
Paul
you.
W. S. Anderson, but
PTA fine.
Paul
He's fine.
Thomas Anderson.
Yeah, Paul
I've got a
Thomas.
PTA on my list, and
PTA's
I
fine with
think
me. So if you
I
want to
assume we
put it through
probably
with a
all
super
have
vote.
Whoa,
this
whoa,
one
whoa,
we all
PTA
have
Brendan.
the
on
same
our
PTA on our
list.
list. We all have the same
We all
PTA.
probably have this one of the same PTAs on our list, I
Yes,
would assume.
every single person. I'll nominate it, and I'll just use my round 13 right now.
You've already gone.
Well, no, I accidentally spoke for Gavin.
Brent's like, can I get my 14 and 15 in right now?
Jesus Christ, Brendan. Sure, go ahead.
Listen, so
No.
I'm not like the biggest like Western guy in the world, but I have to assume that we're all thinking of There Will Be Blood. I don't think that that's been thrown out there
Well, I mean,
yet.
weird to be
What?
like, I don't know how we all feel
Phantom
about
Thread?
westerns, but but there will
I
be
mean,
blood, of course.
it is literally labeled as a Western thriller.
I mean, in that
Sure.
it does take
Place in the
place in the
West?
West, sure. It's a western thriller, sure.
But
Dude,
If the prerequisite is that it takes place in the West, whatever. Of course, I'm behind this. What are we talking about? Yes. Is
yeah,
this a
you're
we're
the
all
one
crossover?
behind
that
that one.
Everybody,
Shall we
this is
just
a
yeah,
sixer. All
we're
right.
all behind that. Just put that one up there.
all
Talk
right. So
about the
do I get to nominate
performance.
another
No,
one?
yeah, no, Brendan. Talk about the performance though. I want to know what Brendan Riley thinks about arguably the greatest screen performance of the last of the 21st century.
Maybe ever. Yeah.
No, don't. I'm not. Don't you. First off, big Daniel Day Lewis fan. I'm gonna put that out there. I do like Daniel Day Lewis. I think, as somebody once said, he even overshadows Leo in one of my top 25 movies. In Gangs of New York that did not make it through. Nobody's
He's
sour
great in
about
that
it.
movie. It's one of my favorites of his.
But but no, I'd rather you talk about it
Dude,
because I'm not gonna
you're
do it
like
justice.
barely contained rage and bitterness throughout all of this. I can't wait till it comes out in the bracket fight and you're just like a total asshole. I'm looking forward to it.
But no, yeah, no, you talk about it because I won't do it justice, dude.
It's not my pick, dude. Who else had it on their list? Evan, you
I'm,
talk about it.
Well, no, no, I'm gonna be honest with you. It was like on and off my list quite a bit, and I rewatched it about a week ago, and yeah, I don't know, man, it's still right there on the cusp for me, and I love that movie, but it's
Again,
I
I
don't.
here's my thing with There Will Be Blood and why it's not on my 25 and it's on my extended list with every other PTA movie from this era. Again, if I'm being honest, it's not my favorite. If we were doing best, it's very easy to be like, that's the one. I would still kind of argue that the Master and it are like neck and neck.
Well, I mean,
It is very
obviously,
much.
Boogie Nights is all my favorite, but
Yeah, oh, yeah.
it's not
But I'm
eligible.
just no. I'm
That's what
very
I'm saying.
surprised that wasn't on your list. I would have bet money that that would be on your list. No.
That's my thing though, is I in these years since, like if we're being honest, and Ev, you talk so much about like rewatchability. If I went that route, it's Inherent Vice, dude. That's the one
Really? I need to
from
rewatch
this
that one.
time period that I rewatch the most. That and at this point, Licorice Pizza are the
I
ones
love
I go back
Licorice
to
Pizza
the
Licorice
too.
most.
Pizza's great.
Yeah.
Licorice
So
Pizza's
fucking
great.
good.
Yeah, I'll
That's
give
one of
you that.
my new favorite PTA
Sorry, and
ones.
again, I don't mean to step on if there's other nominations. I don't.
Well, this is
Sorry.
like director's corner where we're just talking about
Well,
all these guys. See,
that's
we did
what
the
we
same thing
usually
with
do whenever a big guy
yeah.
comes up, Tim. I don't know if you've listened to that, but like when Tarantino came up, everybody kind of had a different fave, so we just kind of went with like this is the Tarantino round when everybody will put forth those nominations. So obviously you were behind There Will Be Blood. Did you have? I didn't. I again, I mean to step on your toes because obviously I haven't seen your list. Did you have any PTA movies on your list? And um,
No, There Will Be Blood was the only one, but to go back
gotcha.
to the Master,
Yeah,
like
Tim,
Yes,
tell them the truth.
please do go back to the Master, Tim.
yeah, no, it was only watched it once back when it came out, but after your grand spiel about it, like I need to rewatch that again
It
because
is very
the
much,
Philip Seymour Hoffman man scared the shit out of me in that movie. Like
dude.
that performance alone, like
But
I need to
here's
go
the
back
thing,
and
when you
rewatch it.
rewatch it, it's so comically like hot, you're just like, this dude is a joke. This dude is a fucking joke. Um, and he's a clown in so many ways, which is
Mhm.
fascinating because that doesn't necessarily like hit you on first viewing. But yeah, again, incredibly funny. I think an oh my god, but both have iconic scores. What are we even arguing here? But yeah, I'm telling you, it's very much to me the sequel to There Will Be Blood in terms of thematically what he's exploring. Like it's the next. It's like okay,
Yeah.
if There Will Be Blood was American masculinity and power and blah 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 in, you know, the turn of the century, here's after the next like major event, that major event being World War II. And kind of just exploring again American identity and where it could have gone. Like Joaquin Phoenix is essentially like looking around for who am I? What does it all mean? Everything, like basically in the midst of an existential crisis, and he's kind of reverted to just like he is the most base level
His
man. He just
id.
wants
His
to like,
id. Yeah.
yeah, he's just pure id. He just wants to fuck and drink and just like eat the world basically. But then he kind of comes against another force that tries to like tame that urge, and eventually, I mean, not to spoil the movie, but eventually it's to like fuck that. Like no, yeah. So yeah, the Master didn't make it. There Will Be Blood carried with it. So again, one vote for the Master, six for There Will Be Blood. Just to
Yeah,
clarify.
okay. It's got to make the top 64, whatever the fuck. But yeah, I'm with you on There Will Be Blood now. I'm with you because I just, like I said, just rewatch it because I wanted to make sure because I wasn't sure. I saw it 3 times in high school with you, I believe, and then
And again,
I don't think I'd
incredible
seen it
movie,
since
a
then.
flat
Yeah,
out masterpiece. Just one that,
it is.
again, honestly, I don't revisit that often because it's like I saw it so much at that time. I know
Oh, dude, it's
exactly the
fucking
experience I'm
bleak.
getting, and it's just like I that one I weirdly have to be like in a mood for, whereas like almost all of the other ones, like Punch Drunk Love, like I can
Oh,
just like
Punch Drunk Love is
throw on
amazing.
at the drop
I
of
was
a
wondering if
hat.
that was going to come up. Yeah.
Well, I feel like we kind of hit a lot of our deep romance picks, except for one huge one that is I have to nominate in our upcoming round, but it's like a guest nomination thing. I'll explain later. Okay, so where are we at? Sorry guys, that was my round 12 pick. Gavin's round 13 was It Follows. Okay, There Will Be Blood was Brendan's round
Brendan.
13. Brendan trying to seem classy, just coming in here with like, okay. All right.
Have y'all seen it?
High art.
Evan,
Yeah.
round 13, bro. What you got?
Okay. Round 13. Here comes the banana boat. I'm sitting in a hotel. I'm sitting. I'm sitting in a hotel room. I got 2 little bottles of Damo right
You
here.
fucker.
This is on behalf of one man, Whip Whitaker, the greatest pilot there ever was. The movie is a Robert Zemeckis movie named Flight. Fuck
Dude,
yeah.
The
Oh,
Denzel
fuck.
movies that have crossed the transfer of
Dude,
nominations thus far are so not the ones that anybody would ever think. I love it.
dude, I forgot about that movie, but absolutely thumbs up. I never thought about I have not thought about that in a long time, but absolutely that movie was insane.
Dude,
Love it.
I've seen
I'm
it
behind
so
it.
many times. Thank you. I've seen it so many times, and I just want to say, like, the reason that I love it, I mean, the Denzel performance in that movie is so subtle. It's just incredible. He's just the worst piece of shit. And then he does this he has this like moment of clarity. It's just the way it all comes together in the end is so amazing. I mean, it's like I mean, everybody loves fucking Forrest Gump, but to me, that's my favorite Zemeckis movie is Flight, man. I absolutely love it.
Love it.
Um,
I will say my only problem was, and this wasn't even a problem with the movie, it was just more of a personal thing, but I was pissed off that he kind of like he humbled himself and like took accountability for being a piece of shit. It was like, no, you were a piece of shit and you still did that shit. You fucking should have stood there and be like, dude, I am more of a pilot coked up and drunk than any other motherfucker
That's the
like out
excuse.
there in the sky.
I will argue though, again, that's the Denzel image thing though, in all of the flawed characters that he plays. If he plays a murderous person at all, they gotta die at the end of the movie or go to jail.
I mean,
And
I
in the
get it.
circumstances of Flight, it was like
And it's
he's an alcoholic, he has to pay for he needs to go to rehab and like pay for his mistakes and blah blah blah.
I
So it's
get it.
just
And I
like it
realize
was
I
that
love
always
how he
gonna end
walks you
that way.
through. No, I love how he walks you through how this guy just like destroys his life step by step. He's destroyed his family. He's destroyed multiple jobs at different big airlines. Like one part, I think he like gets fired. You could tell he'd been fired from multiple airlines. Like all these things, and they walk you through all that shit like very slowly. They don't hold your hand, and then at the very end, like I love the Don Cheadle things. He says something like, "It like amazes me." Like you continue to amaze me at how much of a piece of shit you are, basically, or whatever he says to him. In that one scene where they're in the NTSB room where they're recreating the crash,
Yeah.
it's just amazing, dude. And he like I said, he's not the only
Absolutely,
one in that one. Cheadle's
absolutely
amazing. I think.
elite John Goodman performance.
Oh, John Goodman, yeah,
Just
yeah.
absolutely destroying. Okay, so that was a Barham. That was an Evan pick. A Barham thumbs up. Is that correct?
oh
Barham.
yeah, yeah.
Barham 10.
For all of my issue with that, it's all personal. I realize that it's the right thing. I just kind of like some part of me wanted him to just like own
Dude,
it and just tell everybody to go fuck themselves.
I
But
feel you.
no, I love that movie.
the scene where he asked Don Cheadle if he wants to hit it, and then well, you remember that? And then he's like,
Vaguely.
and he says, "Pay the man," and because he's the lawyer, he doesn't pass the $100 bill. He gives it to the other guy to give him the $100 bill. Dude,
Yeah.
every time kills me. Anyway, great movie.
Tim, I saw you nodding your head. Are you
Yeah,
seconding this one
that
as well?
movie's awesome. I'm drunk right now, so
So that's a yes.
that's a yes.
So it gets an upvote.
Cheers, fellas.
All right. Hold on. Alrighty. Anybody else want to throw in a vote for Flight? No
It
takers.
was
All
good.
right.
Definitely liked it, but I can't.
That's quite all right. It carries with a 4. Just to freshen everybody's memory. Okay, we have officially added 50 movies to the list. That means there are 14 slots left, gentlemen. 14 left to play with. All right. Let's go back around to Tim. Let's get your round 13. We're calling it 13 pick for you. What you got, bud?
All right. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did you guys say there's been no M Night yet?
None.
That is correct. No nominations.
I am going to put in my favorite of his, Signs. I fucking love Signs. I know
Signs,
it's
dude.
I was
Mel
expecting there to be
Gibson
an
in
arc in the
that,
pool,
and
but
I don't know. It's just, I mean, you got your boy Joaquin in it. It's
Early
fantastic.
Joaquin.
It scared the shit out of me the first time I saw it.
Swing away, Meryl.
Yeah.
Swing away.
We've
No, man, I think that's easily his best in my opinion. But
There's
yeah.
another one. First of all, I want to ask, does anybody have any Shyamalan nominations? Shyamalana Nations? No? Okay. I heavily considered both this film, which I will be giving you a vote for, along with Unbreakable, which is my personal
So good,
fave.
dude.
Unbreakable is great.
Personal fave.
Unbelievably good movie. Yeah.
And I just
So
want to
good.
make sure we get a shout out. But Signs, fucking absolutely love this movie. Saw it like 2 or 3 times in the theater. One of those, we've talked about it before, but mine and Gavin's experience seeing that in the theater with our dad when he when the revelation of
Oh my god,
water
dude.
happened and he said it out loud and it was, that
Hell
was a
yeah.
moment
No,
we'll
no, no.
never ever forget it.
He said, "Oh, water." Like he said, "Oh, water." Like he woke up and was like, "Oh, water is what affects them," and like just had to tell everybody in the theater, "I'm still here, guys. All that snoring was not. I didn't die. I'm all right, but I'm here." Oh, water.
But yes,
Oh, and by the way,
and yeah, I will be that guy, I guess. And yeah, I have a lot of problems these days, and have for a long time with Mr. Mel Gibson. But at the time when this came out, not gonna judge it. This was one of the best performances I've fucking ever seen. I still think he is lights out, incredible in this movie. Uh, when he does the emotional like eating of the meal of the mashed potatoes with the fork after he's like tells the kids stop crying, around the dinner table, the big breakdown scene where they all hug him and everything, it hits every fucking time, dude. And I am able to do art from artist in that moment and be like, you know what? This still hits. This still hits. But yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. I
Anyways,
have a bacon cheeseburger, extra bacon. Like I'm about to get fucking annihilated by some
yeah.
aliens. Like, oh man.
Uh,
Yeah.
and yeah, again, the bold twist, Shyamalan, of basically God exists and fate exists and everything happens for a reason. That being the twist of your movie. Big, bold move for a summer blockbuster. And yeah, dude, still some of the biggest scares I've ever experienced in a theater. Just like some, still does jump
The
scares bring me
Brazil
in the
thing. Yeah,
movie.
that Brazil sequence.
Yeah, this is yeah, I gotta second this one. So Tem, obviously myself. Anybody else behind signs? Ev,
Yeah, thumbs up.
Gab, big thumbs up. Gotcha. That's a 4 there, baby. Okay, and that's gonna make it onto the list. Tim, you're doing quite well. Two pick, something I'm not accustomed to. Going 2 rounds and getting 2 movies through. It's just not something that tends to happen for me. So I would say you're off to a fantastic start
What's that say about your picks, Noah?
to the evening. What does it say about your guys' level of judgment? Is what I'm saying.
Oh, it's got to be
Maybe.
everybody else that's wrong.
Well, absolutely, 100%. Okay, round 13 for Mr. Barham Williams. Have you spoken yet in round 13?
not in round 13.
Well, lay it on us, brother.
All right, so I'm going to go with another. I believe it was a Netflix release. Noah, you may have gotten a request earlier from Tari while I was driving back.
I did,
I
and I
doubt. I
did. I
didn't think
didn't
you'd
have.
be able to.
I didn't have time. But you know what, Barham? I know how you feel about this movie. Let them all know you have my support, regardless. I'll vote it, even though I haven't seen it.
So, Le Petit Prince, The Little Prince, the Netflix animated film. Uh, it is one of the most beautiful pieces of animation I've ever seen. But also it is unique in that I think it looks like a kids movie. It's directed by somebody who did only kids movies, as far as I'm aware. I think he directed SpongeBob for a few years. But it is a movie that it is you cannot appreciate it unless you are an adult. You cannot really appreciate it until you have aged and you have lost your childhood. And just the cast alone, I have it pulled up just so I don't forget anybody major here. Jeff Bridges, Rachel McAdams, James Franco, Paul Rudd, Marion Cotillard, Benicio del Toro, Paul Giamatti, Ricky Gervais. It's it's just absolutely incredible. And you have like the main bulk of the story where I'm assuming has anybody else seen it?
No.
No, I haven't. Want to check it out now though.
So the main bulk of the story, like the I guess the real world for better or lack of a better word, is done in like it looks like a Pixar type animation. And then they cut to the actual story of the Little Prince, which is all done in what looks like a stop motion, like paper mache style that is just absolutely gorgeous. I believe the director also taught stop motion or he had some academic um, work in stop motion before doing this. But the themes that it deals with, I mean, it's a very classic story that anybody who took a French class would have at least heard of. And it just the themes of the way it deals with death, aging, losing your childhood, the ability to like maintain what makes you you, like the pull of aging and what you're supposed to do versus what makes you happy, what makes you feel good. It's just absolutely beautiful. Makes me cry every fucking time. And it's a very interesting things where you have this classic story and it's told through the lens of essentially this little girl who's got a really strict mom, has very high expectations. They move into a new house so that she can get into this elite school. Neighbor's this crazy old man, and he essentially starts telling her little by little the story that he wrote, and he is one of the characters in The Little Prince. Um, and it's absolutely beautiful. I don't know that I would get a whole lot of votes based just on nobody having seen it, but I will implore you
Well,
all, please
I'll
watch
watch
it.
it.
And the
Bear,
next
Yeah,
time
well,
that we
I'm
come
going to
here,
check
like
it out now.
let's vote that back. Especially
Bear,
like I know probably y'all
Bear,
have kids.
Barum, I said based on, I mean, this is now, I believe, the fourth or fifth time you've talked to me about this movie. I know how you feel about it, so I was giving you the blind up vote regardless. So I'm just throwing it out there. If you want to use
I'll
one
super
of your
vote it. If
super
nobody else vote it, I
votes,
will
you
absolutely
can
super
get
vote
it
it.
up to a three. Absolutely. I
Hey,
Oh,
believe this
absolutely
is
super
your
vote it.
first
hey,
super vote, correct?
Barum, just a
Yeah, because I
side
got
one.
Pan's Labyrinth back.
Barum, have you seen Memoir of a Snail yet?
I have not seen Memoir of a Snail.
Dude, if that
It's
sounds like that would be right up your alley, I fucking love that one. That was last year's a stop motion movie. That's like was one of my
I love
favorites
a
of
good
last
stop
year.
motion. There's something about
Yeah,
stop motion, like you have to have a passion to put that much time into it.
yeah. Check that one out.
Um,
That's what was one of my favorite ones of last year.
where's
Memoir of a
that? Where's
Snail.
that? Is that streaming anywhere? Or
Hulu. Yeah, on Hulu, I guess.
oh fuck yeah, I'll absolutely watch that. But yeah, so that is like I said, especially like a couple of y'all have children and stuff, so the whole it looks like a kids movie, but it is not because you could not
It's
possibly
Memoir of a Snail,
appreciate it
same.
until you have age. So I yeah, love that movie.
No, no, have you seen Memoir of a Snail yet? 4.2 out of 5 on Letterbox. Just saying.
We're going by letterbox ratings now. That's our
What you doing this
standard.
weekend, Noah?
Or a
What you doing this weekend?
95% on Rotten Tomatoes, depending on what you're into.
Well, boys, if you want to take, if we want to
Impressive.
take a
That's really
little,
fucking impressive.
if we want to take a little pause for just a second before my pick, I did watch The King.
And
Oh,
Oh,
please,
yes.
please tell us your thoughts.
you
You
love
want
it.
Please tell me
to,
you
you want to know
hated
my,
it.
you want to know my
Please tell
letterbox
me you
rating,
hated it.
Evan?
What was it?
Give it 4.
Oh, yes. So
Rock
good.
solid 4, dude. I think it's a rock solid 8 out of 10.
It's a
Didn't like
great flick.
completely knock my socks off, but I had a good time with it.
Oh,
Uh,
man.
Pattinson
It's got a little
definitely
something for everybody. There's so much
Pattinson definitely
different.
stole the show. I thoroughly enjoyed Chalamet as I do in pretty much everything. Joel, I see. I don't know why none of you just told me Joel Edgerton as a different version of Falstaff. Like that would have been more of a selling point than anything, honestly, guys. But uh,
I'm
yeah,
bad with the names, but that's
here
his
was my thought
lieutenant.
coming out of it though, and I'm not advocating for this to be clear. This is not my pick. Um, and I don't think it's gonna be nominated. But I'm like, guys, I I feel you. Like it's a good movie, but like even of what it's hitting, there's another movie.
Kingdom of Heaven. I know, no
Well, no,
Scott
no,
movie.
no,
Let's
no, no, no,
fucking
no. It's another Scott movie, Evan. I was gonna say The Last Duel that also has incredible, like low, high stakes but low scale, like man on man, like in armor action that's incredible.
That movie's
Has
just a little
like
darker, though. It's just a little
that's what I'm
bit
saying
not so
though. It
Yeah,
fun.
has like some wild choices in it. Great three fantastic performances all around. And I think is like moment to moment, for me at least, like way more engaging. And The King, while very well executed, I think is a little by the numbers, just story wise. But it's also like it's fucking Shakespeare and like
yeah.
it is what it is. Uh, but there's like some turns, for instance, that I was like, well, yeah, dude, I called that like fucking an hour ago, and like now it's paying off. I don't know. There are some things like that. Uh,
It's
But
a hard decision if you're going to do Shakespeare, though. How much do you deviate? Because that can hurt you so much
I
worse.
agree with you. Anyways, I'm not hating on the pick. It's not something I would like veto off of consideration. I'm just I enjoyed it, and I'm glad I checked it out. It would not be on my personal 25. Uh,
That's fair, but we also got to give credit, I think, for a period piece. I think one of the best executed for something that's really hard to do well.
for sure, for sure. Um, okay, my round 13. Again, I know I'm fighting uphill battles all over the place here. It's whatever.
Little French
And
cinema
this is
movie.
no, this one's just a tough sell. And I'm hoping, I mean, I'm mainly looking at my brother because he's the only one that I'm like, maybe.
Trying to pull teeth already,
So
huh?
for me, again, there's some directors I just absolutely had to have on here. One of them is Mr. Todd Field. He's only made 3 movies. It was a difficult choice, but not really that hard because this is one of my like top 10 all-timers on my best and my favorite list. Todd Field's In the Bedroom, starring Tom Wilkinson, Sissy Spacek, and Marissa Tomei. Uh, an absolutely like devastating drama. One of those that, you know, as we mentioned on part 1 or 2, one of those that theoretically should be a one and doneer. That why would you ever go back to that? But it is so impeccably well made and engaging and so subtle in its storytelling that I just like I go back to it over and over again. And it is like it is the true definition of a tragedy. And I know where it's headed every single time, but I kind of can't help myself. It's one of those. It has some of the best performances of the 21st century. Uh, as I mentioned, Tom Wilkinson, Spacek, and Marissa Tomei all doing like career best work, arguably, and then Nick Stahl also pretty great in there. But yeah, it's again, it's a tough sell for most people. It's again, I don't want to spoil it for because I still know it's one of those that like a lot of people haven't seen, but it centers around a family and a tragedy that happens and how that family responds to it. That's what I'll say broadly. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I know some people have seen this, some people haven't. Like I said, tough sell. Any thoughts on In the Bedroom?
I've only seen it once. I haven't seen it recently. It's been probably a decade at least since I've seen it. That's why it's hard. I remember liking it, but that's about it, you know.
I
I
feel you.
remember, yep, that's
One, I would encourage a rewatch. Gav, we did a whole episode on it. I made you rewatch it again.
Yeah, had you made me rewatch it after I had a child, I probably would have like wanted to fight you. But
So
I
you,
mean, knowing what it know yeah, but like having watched it beforehand because like that's shit like I think about
it's
by
a,
myself.
it's a,
I think about shit like
yeah.
that by myself when I'm like washing bottles or like he's asleep and I'm just hanging out the house and I'm like picture and it's like I have one of those minds that I'll rap and rap and rap and rap and like just wrap my head like I can go so many layers deep and stuff that I could drive myself crazy. I have to stop. And luckily I can't stop. And I tell my mom all the time, or our mom all the time, I hope that my son doesn't have the kind of mind that her and I do, because we could just sit there and just like ponder tons of stuff. But just now when you brought it up, that's the first thing that came to mind. It's like, yeah, thank God he didn't want me to watch that after having a child. But watching it beforehand, it's still just as devastating. Not for but like I took from it like the between the cup, the Sissy Spacek and Tom Wilkinson, like that part, it's just like watching the tragedy rip the two of them apart is just terrible. But like, and I think I remember telling you during the episode, like, I'm afraid that I was always afraid that something like that would happen to me or somebody I knew that I cared about. Like, person gets mixed up in some stuff and they don't need to be, you know. And no matter what anybody says to them, they're gonna be in that situation. It's terrifying. And I mean, you didn't say his name, but shout out to Tom Cruise's cousin, man. That dude's fucking like he's on another level in that movie too. I don't think I've ever not liked him as much as I did in that movie.
William Maypother. Yeah.
Yes. So
So
yeah.
I have your upvote.
Yeah, I can support it, but
Okay.
I probably won't watch it ever again, and I won't recommend it to anybody who has children.
Fair, very fair. Anybody? I assume nobody else has seen it.
Nope. But I mean,
Uh,
it sounds intense. I mean, I guess I'm assuming I can guess at a lot of the subject matter everyone's dealing with, and
Oh, it has a payoff, Baron. Trust me, but like it is really intense.
yeah, I mean, I
Oh
would say
no,
I'd
I
watch
don't.
it, but
I Barum, I
I
don't. I don't think it's what you think it's about. Maybe I sold it in a weird way and given the title. But it's one of those that you don't want to spoil because there's a very.
fair.
Uh, I'll give you a little bit more. So it's an older couple with like a college age son or a recent high school graduate, and he gets involved in a relationship with an older divorcee who has two young kids, and an ex-husband who is like potentially a bit of a problem, and we'll leave it at that.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure it's going to take a lot of twists that I haven't imagined. I would like to watch it. I'll give
Yes.
you my support off of
Okay, I
what
got all
what
that
I
off of
take
you.
is a
Just
very intense
that's
reaction
all.
from Gavin.
That's all I.
Like Gavin's reaction to that really tells me a lot about it.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, the
so
fact that it's
without
that
knowing,
guy's. Go ahead,
well,
Baron.
Glenn, just from the description, I was assuming okay, parents and a kid dies or something, but like I'm guessing it's not quite so simple. But your reaction to that really does make me very curious, like enough to hurt myself by watching what I'm sure is going to be a
Dude,
really anxiety
I
inducing
would
movie.
love to watch it with you, because it's one of
What
my
you doing
favorites.
this weekend, Noah?
Working, unfortunately. I am off Monday though. Uh,
Yeah, make it work.
we'll talk about that
Labor Day, is
offline.
that Labor Day?
I think
Yeah.
it is. Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. Has everybody gone for 13?
Yes, sir.
My gosh. Okay. Mr. Timothy Niles, our main guest for this evening. What is your round 14 pick?
I'm gonna take off after this one, but I think I got one that nobody has. This was a Netflix from this was pre-living in this house, so maybe 4 years ago. A depressing buddy friend movie called Paddington.
Paddleton.
Paddleton. I didn't even get the name.
Not the bear movie. The
No, not
That's,
not
that's what I
not
very
the
was thinking.
different,
children's movie. Although
very
that one
different
fits because
movie.
my daughter likes that
Very
one.
forgivable mistake.
Paddleton.
Yes, Mark Duplass
Yeah.
and
Dude Class and
Ray
Ray Romano.
Romano.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Uh,
Um, yeah, two guys that live in the same building and are buds, and then one gets bad news regarding their health and decides to do something about it. And it's just it really got me. It was
oh
a
God,
beautiful
man, one
movie
of the
about
most
friendship.
yes, one of the absolute like most emotionally devastating, beautiful
Yeah.
like friendship movies I've ever seen. You 100% have my support. Gav, I think do you we definitely talked about this one on the show when
Yeah,
it
yeah,
came
yeah.
out. This was
Hmm.
this was pre-COVID. This was
Yeah,
what,
Yeah.
2018, 2019?
yeah, somewhere in there.
This was definitely, I think, on our like year-end list. If I remember correctly, it was definitely on mine. Yeah, fantastic movie. This one is one of those that I'm like, it's kind of a one and doneer though. Like,
Oh yeah.
beautiful movie, but like, I don't know if I could do it again, man. It's oh God, yeah, it takes it out of you. Barum, did you ever see this one?
I don't think I did. It sounds great, but I do not believe I have seen it.
Huge recommend. I mean, Ray Romano, I think people didn't really start like even kind of noticing like, oh, there's some more shit here until The Big Sick, and then he's fantastic in well, I don't think that's gonna get nominated at this point, but I don't want to say it just in case, but he's pretty great, and
On
I
Ice
think
Age?
uh no, I was actually gonna say oh Evan is back. Evan is back. Ev. So
Yeah.
Tim's got to go shortly, but he just nominated Paddleton, Mark Duplass, and Ray
Oh,
Romano.
absolutely, absolutely love that movie. Oh, dude, I'll just like rant. I'll be like, if I'm having like a day where I'm just a little down, like the serotonin's not fire. I'm like, I'll think about that movie and about the moment where he's laying in, spoiler alert, crying, saying, "I don't want to die." It just fucks me, dude. It just fucks me up every time. It's an amazing movie. I I don't know if I can ever watch it again.
I said the same thing right before you got up here, dude. I
So
was
It's an
like,
amazing movie. It was so
yeah.
good. It's one of the best things that Netflix has ever put out. I don't think I could
so
ever fucking
so
watch it
we're
again.
all in agreement that the next list is like 10 movies you'll never ever watch again.
Yeah,
Manchester
We'll
by the
have
100%.
Sea,
to
top of the list. Manchester by the
yes.
Dude,
Sea,
Yes.
the one and
in the
doneers,
Requiem.
guys, seriously, let's not spoil too many of our picks, but the one and doneers is definitely a topic for this format. 100%. 100 one and doneers?
No, dude. That's not no.
That's way too many.
Is that a Duplass brothers movie though? Did they write or direct that movie?
I will check on that for you. I don't think so.
No,
I think this
Alex
might be
Lehman.
yeah, I think this was one that like just it he was just cast because
Oh no,
last
it
back.
says
Or did he write it?
Duplass was a part writer.
Okay, dude,
Gotcha.
those guys are so fucking
Yep.
talented. Anyway, they know how to just crush you. I love that movie. I can't. I don't think I could in good conscience.
I
Just
am I'm upvoting it. Gav.
yeah, I'll give it a
Yeah.
thumbs up. Let's
Yeah,
do
I'll
it.
give it a thumbs up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can
All
put it
right.
on there.
For Paddleton. And Bud, if you got to dip out at some point, I just want to say we appreciate you jumping in. Obviously, at this point, I think we're probably gonna have a part four or part five rather, because Barham's got to turn in fairly soon as well. So
Nice.
Tim has
Okay.
kicked off round 14 for us, I believe, and we'll finish out this round and see where we're at, gentlemen.
You guys are doing MCR next week, right?
We are
Hell yeah.
performing
Few
the Black
days.
Parade
Friday.
in its entirety.
It's gonna be awesome.
Just like that time we saw him in Charlotte, huh, Noah?
Yeah,
Crazy.
just like it.
Except minus a drummer, obviously.
Well, dude, are they addressing that at the shows?
I don't know. I
Some
mean, I don't
kind
know
of,
who
like,
they would have,
tribute section.
I don't know who they
So,
have fill in for him or not. I don't know.
Alrighty. Uh, who wants to jump in with round 14?
I'll do it.
Do it, brother.
Just while we got everybody left, so you can all laugh at me and take it off the list. I know it's not going to make it. I'm going to nominate Transformers. My favorite.
Tim, do it.
Let's all laugh.
Tim, do it.
I want to get.
put the cube in my chest.
Please tell me Tim's still here. Did Tim go before that?
No,
What?
I would.
Tim's
Tim's still here?
What?
Yeah,
Oh,
Tim's
fuck,
still here.
okay.
Yeah,
And
only,
if you
I
only
was
swipe
so
to
worried.
if you
wasn't
swipe to the right, it'll show you everybody, not just who's talking.
Oh yeah, Barum, you don't have that grid layout,
Oh
bro?
shit. No, it just showed me whoever was talking.
No.
Fuck.
If you swipe
I
to
was
the top.
so worried.
Oh, dude, yeah. This is the only way to do it. Where it's totally trippy when you got like five.
Dude, I
five
can't work a
faces
fucking
looking at
phone. I'm 80 years old with technology. I can't fucking work a phone. But Tim, I was really worried you wouldn't be here for this.
Yeah, this is solely one of my nights I saw it because I saw this on a night like opening weekend, and that night my buddy Perk and my buddy Daniel we basically stayed up and hung out all like I got off work at 6 o'clock. We were at this movie like before 8, and we didn't go home until like the sun came up. And I wound up running into like an ex-girlfriend or two, hanging out with a bunch of people in multiple parking lots around Sumter County. And just like it's one of those nights I was just like, this was fucking good. Like this is what I should do. I try to do every night. This is why the summer is the summer. And I'll never forget my friend Daniel being like, dude, those are actual like he was so geeked out that like the helicopters were real. And I was like, yeah, dude, that's Michael Bay. Like, it's gonna be real. Like the helicopters and the shit they use that aren't like transforming, that's real shit, dude. That's what the guy does. That's his bread and butter. It's legit. Him and Pete Berg. And it's always going to be on my list because unfortunately my friend Daniel isn't with us anymore, and like he went to go work on helicopters and out in Vegas and all that, and so like it's one of those where it doesn't matter what it is, you can laugh at it. You don't. I don't even need you to upvote it. I just got to put it out there that it is technically my number four all time for the last 25 years. One, because I love it as a whole thing, Transformers. Just in general, I've loved it since I was a kid. Two, because it's just about a boy in his car. And three, when I first saw it the first time, it was one of the best nights. Um, like next to the first night I spent in the hospital with my fiance slash now soon to be wife, and then like my son, like that night in the hospital with the two of them is the only thing I can think of better than like that night I spent with my friends hanging out in the summer, watching a movie, and just being, like if I
God, you
had,
sold the
you
shit out of
know.
that. I'm
But
hyped
I don't,
up
I
right
don't need,
now.
I don't
Dude,
need, I don't need, I don't need
I
any more
was like
movies. I
a
don't need it.
definite
I'm
no
just
at
The first
first.
Transformers, why not? Fuck yeah.
I was like, dude,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm like
definite
hyped
no at
up on
first.
that, man. I'm like pretty pumped after that.
But I just
But
I
I
had to
will
put out
say,
there, and I know Noah always talks about Tim doing the put the cube in my chest. So I was like, I gotta put it up here before Tim gets out of here. But that's Transformers is my pick.
I'll say this: out of the 60 movies we put forward so far, that was the best sell.
Yeah, absolutely. And Brendan, you had some good ones on I think part two with
Yeah, Brendan with Troy was
some
pretty
gladiator
close, but
Oh
quotes.
yeah, dude, Brandon was.
Dude, almost. Like,
Oh,
Right, so
Agrios.
boy, I agree.
dude, yeah,
That
that was
took the
Oh my
cake there,
And
god.
Gavin.
that's why no one will remember your
Remember your
name.
that's why
name.
no one.
so
Is there no
seriously,
one else?
seriously, is Transformers like? Does that mean everybody's behind it after that rousing speech?
Dude,
Are you guys like abstaining or like
Well,
what's
no.
I
happening?
feel like after Gavin watched that movie, he had like his dazed and confused night in Sumter County,
Yes,
basically.
exactly, dude.
And then
100%.
I honestly want to watch
Yeah.
that night more than I want to watch the movie, but
Dude.
like,
Yes.
I feel you on that, dude. For sure.
No, I have to say I'm abstaining because I love the movie, but I can't say
I
top
really
25
thought
best.
Brendan would like be
dude,
like,
I like
fuck
the
yeah.
second one better than the first one. I gotta be honest.
I love the movies. It's not to say I don't love the movies. I do. Well, until Mark Wahlberg gets in them. But it's like Colin said. Colin said this in the theater once. He's like, "Man, put a bunch of oversized robots on an IMAX screen. How can you not love it?"
See, Colin gets it.
I was like, all right, well, that's fair, dude. I
Like
think we
12
know
Years a Slave Story.
12 Years Slave Story still cracks me up.
Still perfect, dude. If anybody
Tim, did
takes
you hear this
anything
one?
from this, anybody takes
No.
anything from this podcast, it's that
Colin
story.
drug Eileen and Maura and Brendan to go see 12 Years a
He said he wanted to go watch something nice. I was like, what the
Took him to go see 12
Something
Years.
nice.
In Sumter, that's the kicker. In Sumter, at the,
It's
at the
also-
beacon, at the beacon.
The worst
like-
venue and the toughest possible watch.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Oh,
It's like we got out of that, and then Colin's like, what was I thinking? I was like, I don't think you were thinking, dude.
So Brendan, is that your round 14 nomination? 12 Years a Slave.
What's that? Yeah, yeah, putting it out there. No, but Gavin, dude, I do like Transformers quite a bit. That was definitely the best sell. I can't put my thumbs up to that for the
That's
last
fine.
like
I
we've
don't-
got 10 movies. Had it been like number 5 pick, I would probably be like, yeah, man, let's do it. We got 10 movies left. It's getting
It's
hard.
fine. It's fine. I just need to let everybody know where it stands on my list and why it was there. It's fine if nobody wants to vote for it.
Dude, I do love the movie. It's really hard for me to say no right now.
I want to vote for it just because honestly, I kind of want to see it go up against anything else on the list. Just because that would be really funny. But also, like, you sold me, so I'll give it
goes
enough
against
votes
Black
so
Hawk
you can
Down.
Okay,
super
That's
and
vote
I
what
fun.
you want.
Yeah.
I saw Tim say, "Why the fuck not?" So that's 3 right there. That's all you
There
need.
you go,
Yeah.
Gav.
That's all
And
you
then,
need,
and,
dude.
then, and then we got to hear the story again, though, too. So remember it.
Oh, I can't forget it, dude. That's why it's always there. Plus, in the next round, we're having to defend them. Like, are we supposed to get deeper into each film to like tell you why you need to see it? Because
I mean, yeah, it's gonna
I
be
got a whole 20
off of.
I got a whole 20 minutes I can do on the rise and fall of Megan Fox if I have to.
Well, we need to hear more about that
Actually
night,
want to
too.
hear
You need
that.
to remember that night and unpackage
Oh,
it.
dude, I remember that night. Listen.
Dude, I'm just
I can
saying,
tell
you
you
guys
everything
think
I
this has
did
been
that night.
fun? The bracket showdowns, no, when you have to when we have to go into no, this is why this movie is better than
Yeah.
this movie, that's when it
gets really
that's when
good.
it's gonna get mean too.
Friendships
That's
are
what I
going to be
want to see.
lost.
I want to see Transformers against anything else on the list. That'll be entertaining. But
Barum, I like
No,
your
honestly,
chaos. I
too.
like your chaos energy you're bringing to this episode with with your lighting scheme and your
I am
shades,
running on
every
pure adrenaline, dude. I am
everything.
barely conscious.
I love it. Okay. So Transformers goes in at the 55 slot.
Dang, we got
We have
9 left.
9 left. Keep that in mind. Uh,
I'm gonna dip, guys, before my little guy he still wakes up in the middle of the night. But
we love you
send me the
both.
Zoom, send me the
Uh,
link for the next one. This was awesome.
We'll definitely do that, and I will see you in like
48 hours.
yeah, very
Yeah, man.
shortly. Don't forget to pick me up at the airport. I'll talk to you again before
All right.
then. I love
So
you.
long
We'll
and
see
good
you
night.
soon. So
Right, Tim. See you,
long
man.
and good night. Okay.
Oh, fuck yes.
Okay. So, Brendan,
Sir.
what's your round 14, bro?
All right. So Barum said something earlier that kind of sparked my like, you know what, I got to put this forward because for me, in the past 25 years, it is unquestionably for me the best animated movie. And I was curious if I was going to put an animated movie on here. I know we talked about it a couple times, Noah, and no, it is not Finding Nemo, though I do love Finding Nemo.
Oh, I know
uh,
what you're gonna say.
but man, it's just it's beautiful, it's fun, it's emotional. It's like how does an animated movie bring that much emotion out? It's a different universe. Had the original protagonist actually been beaten by one of his antagonists, and that's going to be Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse. I loved it, man. It was
Did not
absolutely
think you were gonna
excellent.
say that.
It was
I
absolutely excellent, man.
I'm curious what you think he was gonna say.
I thought he was gonna say Moana, and I was gonna have to veto that.
Okay.
He's always singing Moana, and
I
Dude,
love
the songs
Moana.
get stuck in your head. The rocks, especially, those get stuck in your
Listen,
fucking head.
the soundtrack for Moana is wickedly catchy, and you have a couple nieces, and you watch it enough times, it's stuck. Is it
Yeah.
a good
I
movie?
just thought that that was what
It's
you were
good.
gonna say because I didn't think
No,
you were gonna say a couple of the other animated
nah,
movies,
man.
which may or may not make it onto this list. I'll be
I,
quiet.
I actually do have
But
Finding Nemo on my top 25, but I know that's not get through. I love Finding Nemo, but I do think that Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse was fantastic, fun ride, beginning to end, emotional. You've got Gwen, you've got Peter, you've got Miles, but you've got Peter from a different universe, because this is the multiverse, and the one that was in Miles Morales did not, win his battle with the Green Goblin, and it's really cool take. It just man, it's just so much fun beginning to end. I loved it.
Um, I I agree with you. It's fantastic. Um, Arguably, definitely, easily like top 3 comic book movies, I think, from this
Mhm.
stretch, if we're being straight up. Um, was very refreshing at the time because it had already, it's weird to say because there's been like, another 20 of them made sense, but the genre already felt like super oversaturated at the time when the first one dropped. And yeah, it was a breath of fresh air, not only for the genre, but also the animation style. There was like nothing like it really up to that point. And it has like almost kind of established its own like visual language that now at least we've seen migrate into like what they're doing with turtles.
Right.
So I think it's almost become like a stylistic genre unto itself, kind of the way that Pixar has kind of its house style. Uh, So yeah, I upvote it simply because I love fucking Spider-Man, and
Sure.
I do really enjoy this movie. I'm curious to see if they can kind of pull off if they can land like the trilogy. Um, I would say for me personally, 2 gets a little unwieldy. Um, it's almost overstuffed. It's almost too much, but I do kind of like the maximalist vibes of it at the same time.
Two was
Uh,
still a lot of fun, and I know you and I
Yeah,
talked about
no,
that, Noah, when we
it's
were
kind of
talking
one of
about
those where I'm
crossing
like,
into.
where it ultimately ends, it's kind of like I need that final chapter before I can fully judge like the whole endeavor. But the first one, I remember it just like kind of took me pleasantly by surprise and
Yeah.
kind of got me like reinvested in the character in a way where I was like, dude, that was always my guy. Like I love Batman, but like Spider-Man was always Gavin was Batman, I was Spider-Man. Like when we were kids, those were our characters. So yeah, you got my vote, bud.
Has everybody seen it?
I haven't seen it
I
yet.
I was gonna
haven't.
say I would assume that Evan probably hadn't seen it yet, but
Why would you
I
Evan,
assume?
haven't. I've seen clips. Like I think it maybe, or maybe I've been like in a bar or something. So I've seen a little bit of the animation, but I have not seen it enough
Yeah,
to know any
Barum,
of
Ev,
you
I
the
just
so
don't take you
Barum,
for
you
an animated guy.
watched
I don't think
Barum, you
in our
watched
friendship I've ever seen you
Dude,
watch an
I just
animated
like the
movie.
Japanese animated movies, which one or two of them might pop up here towards the end of the
yeah.
list. But
That's
anyway,
the well, see, that's the thing is that, and I'm saying this to Barum and Evan, but Barum in particular, I'm like, dude, you like you and I watched the new
the
Turtles, right?
turtles. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
And the animation, like,
imagine that style of animation, but
well,
on a
I've
scale
seen it.
like,
Like, I
yeah,
see the animation style. I just haven't seen it. I think I was in a bar and I saw part of it,
yeah.
and I remember noting it. I think it was right when we were
I
moving
think you'd
back
be
to the East
pretty
Coast.
knocked out by it. And Ev, the
Oh,
thing that like
sure.
yeah, it has such a unique look to it. Like
And if we need a third
very
vote,
bold choices like in all directions.
It's,
But yeah, uh
if
if
you
we
want
need
to
a
have a
third
good time,
vote,
Ev,
I'd love another animated movie on the
before next
list.
week, like it's a good time beginning to end, dude.
yeah, I'm gonna check it out for sure.
we're
Yeah,
uh
100%.
Gav,
I
any
really will
thoughts?
put that up.
No, I think Brendan said it all. Good sell.
Okay. It
Excellent
carries
sell.
with a 3. All right.
Yep.
Spidey into the Spider-Verse. But yeah, and one of those that I don't even necessarily, even though it obviously, and I just said it, is like, I think arguably one of the best superhero movies. I don't necessarily think of it as a superhero movie first and foremost, even though it's a fucking Spider-Man movie. I'm just like, no, it's one of the best animated movies of this time period and one of the best superhero movies as well. Uh, so that definitely needs to act in its favor. Who wants to
And
go?
Spider-Man over Batman always. Spider-Man is so much more relatable to like everybody.
I mean, I still love Batman, but
Oh yeah,
I agree with your above statement. Yes, sir.
Well, and they're both on the list, so
They are, and they both should be represented. And honestly, no other superheroes matter. We don't need to talk about any other superhero movies.
I do feel like I
But
had
y'all
my
are
no
welcome to
superhero
nominate
movies
them.
thing, but
Yeah.
animated feels like that's an exception for
Yes.
some reason.
Well,
Just no MCU bullshit.
yeah, it's also one of those when I saw it, I was like, why don't they just do this for all of them? Like, why are they fucking, I was like, why do we need all these actors, dude? Like, just make the comic books come to life, like, but in their own medium. Like, let's just do that. I
I
kind of almost
listen.
like that.
I'd be on board with that. But
Yeah.
if it followed suit with that, it was just so much fun. It's beautiful to watch too.
Yeah, I would love to see so much more in that style. Who else still needs to go for who else still needs to go for round 14?
Have I gone in round 14?
I don't think you
I
have,
don't
Ev.
think so, Ev.
Okay, all right.
Let's get you in there. Yeah.
All right. I know this isn't how we're supposed to be doing this, but I keep coming back to a 1v1 movie of similar type. Movies about the '08 financial crisis.
Uh-huh.
So I know not the most fun topic. However, both of these movies made this an incredibly fun storyline. I don't know, but for both movies, okay, we got one is Margin Call, the more serious of the two, I would say, even though they're both serious, which I fucking love Margin Call, and the other one is The Big Short. It's my favorite McKay movie. I like it way more than Moneyball. I know everybody prefers Moneyball, um, but for me, he took something which could have been like a completely boring source material that like nobody really understands, and he makes everybody kind of understand it, and he makes it completely entertaining, and it's all stuff that actually happened. And for me, it's like incredibly rewatchable. Every time I see it, like I'm glued to the screen. I have to watch it like wherever I walk into the middle of the movie, I have to finish it. So I know no one probably is going to be feeling me on this one. For me, it's probably The Big Short. I don't know, unless anyone else wants to make a case for Margin Call. I fucking love Margin Call. And all of that takes place in a fucking room with cubicles for basically an hour and a half straight, and Paul Bettany just being the man, and Kevin Spacey. Yeah, anyway, just it's such a great so enough said there.
And I'll
Oh, I
trail
think it's
off
The Big Short. I think it's The
there.
Big Short. It's The Big Short. It's not Margin Call.
It's The Big Short, yeah. I don't know.
I
Has
haven't
anyone
seen
seen Margin
neither.
Call?
I mean,
Has
Yeah,
everyone
I've
I've
seen
not.
Margin
I've never
Call?
even
No, I've never
heard of it,
seen
to be
Margin.
honest.
yeah.
Guys, fucking watch Margin Call. It's
That's
amazing.
that's JC Shandor, right? Same guy who did
Igor Shandor?
is it JC Shandor?
Oh, I thought you said Igor Shandor. He studied Gozer.
What?
They had Gozerians. They had like a society thing, sacrifices on the roof.
All right.
It's like,
So wait, we're going with The Big Short
Yeah, I'm going The
as the
Big Short.
nomination.
That's the nomination.
All right.
I love it. I don't know if anyone else does, but
I think it's really good. I did like The Big Short.
Okay, everybody stop short of like saying whether they're like, okay, but I'm not giving it
just
to or and
everyone should just say that they
therefore
don't
all
like
right.
it and
I
why they
Just
don't
okay.
like it.
Listen.
I've just never seen it.
1, 2, 3 thumbs. Ready? 1, 2, 3 thumbs.
well, people can't see they can't hear the thumbs, damn it.
They can see it if they have all the images up. Brendan just fixed that problem.
Baron,
And
was
you
that
can.
Baron, was that neutral or was that thumbs down?
Neutral. I've never seen it, so I
Yeah,
have
I'm new. Yeah, I'm neutral. I've
zero
No,
never
he
seen
gave
it.
he gave the Commodus.
Dude, so
Gotcha.
tough. Well,
The
hey,
Commodus.
just had to give a shout out to two movies I
Commodus.
love, Margin Call and The Big Short. Go see them if you haven't seen them.
No, Brendan. He gave him the Zangief or whatever his name is at Street Fighter. That's what he gave
I
him.
don't like I don't have anything like particularly against The Big Short. It's just not a movie I've gone back to a
Yeah,
lot.
same.
It is memed a lot though. Here's the thing. I love the Gosling shit. I don't love
Gosling stuff's great.
that's what I'm saying. It's like solid gold. I love like most of the interstitials with Margot Robbie and Bourdain and like all that stuff is very funny. I I don't know if the Carell and like dude, and I normally am like locked in with pretty much anything Christian Bale is doing. Probably one of my like not like least favorite, but just like does not come to mind. I have to kind of, you know what I
Right.
mean? He's kind of anonymous in it. I guess that's purposeful. He's doing a good job of being like the most like even though he's a weird dude, but like the a very grounded performance, I guess, where there's nothing like show offy in the way that you normally expect from him. I don't know. Uh I like
I'm
it.
just
I like it. I don't love it, I guess is what I'm saying. I
Yeah,
like it. I
so
don't love it.
let me explain. So I when I was making my list, there was like kind of realized that there was like a whole bunch of, I guess, events from, I guess, between 2000 and 2025 that where there was like I had multiple movies on my list that were kind of like along similar lines, or at least things that I thought were competing for similar like timelines during the 2000s. And I just noticed that I had kind of had three that I felt like all were kind of like floating around financial crisis type things. You got Wolf of Wall Street, which is obviously my favorite of those three. Then you had The Big Short and you have Margin Call, and I love all three of those movies. So in my mind, I kind of grouped all three of them together. And I kind of figured that this was going to happen, that nobody was going to be on board for either Margin Call or Big Short, but I felt like they deserved a shout out, and they were kind of in the same sort of like they surrounded the same source material, I guess, which is why I thought it
Oh, I
was
agree. I think they're
worth mentioning.
absolutely, especially as we're kind of charting time capsule things through here. Which is something I think we'll get more into as well when we do the kind of face off things, is like things like cultural relevancy and staying power and things like that are gonna come
Right, which is why I
into
tried to
play
group
more.
like Hurt Locker and Zero Dark 30, right? You know, they're
Right.
kind of like, even though same director, but like along those same lines of thought, I
Hitting
guess.
different, yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, that's
Um,
all I got. Worth a mention.
dude,
Go see Margin Call.
dude, you I just want to say, Ev, you've only had two movies that haven't made it thus far. You're doing pretty good. Pretty good. Uh Barham, round 14.
Oh, let's see. Hmm. Well, I think I'm gonna have to go with another comedy that shit, I feel
Let's
like I
yuck
wish
it
I'd
up.
mentioned this when Tim was on, but Clerks 2.
Yeah.
No.
It's not even like I wouldn't even say I go back to it that much like as currently. Like I love it. There's like I love watching it. It's just not like I watched it so many times. It's kind of fallen out of the regular rotation, but I have so much nostalgia tied to that. And like I remember like Tim buying us the tickets to go see it. It was like we were what, 16 when it came out.
Yeah. Or I would have been
Or
like
no, you were probably
14.
15.
I would have been
Yeah,
14. That's 2005, right?
I think so. I
No,
remember going to the
no.
Beacon with Noah
2000,
and
it's
Evan and Tim.
2006 because I graduated in 2006 and that movie is the first movie I saw right before it was the last night it was taken out of the Beacon. I saw it right before I started college at USC Sumter. And that was because I got broken up with that summer and I was down on my luck, boys. And what did I do to make sure things were better? I went to a movie by myself, something I hadn't done in a while. And I
I
ran into three girls
love,
that were going to
love
be
going to the movies by myself. Sorry,
yeah,
Kev.
but I didn't know that. I'd been dating somebody. I ran into three girls that were going to be going to USC Sumter too. Brendan and I actually probably had classes with them. And I was just like, you know what? I'm okay, man. I don't need that chick anymore. I'm fine. I'm going to go to this movie. I'm going to have a good time. And I went. It was me, two other guys. We all fucking laughed our asses off. I wound up running into these girls. I was like, oh, we're all starting USC Sumter. Cool. I'll see you guys in a couple days. I did. Me and Brendan saw them in a couple days. I don't even remember their names. I just know they used to go to Wilson Hall, and I went to Tom Sumter, and it was a thing. But yeah, 2006, that fall is when it came out. So you guys would have been starting your freshman years, right? Or no, junior
Juniors,
junior
junior
Yeah,
years,
junior
years.
right?
years. But no,
Right, junior
you're a
years.
year younger for most of the year, so
Yes, that's
Yeah,
why
you
I
might have been
specified.
15.
I would
yeah.
have been 15 in 2006, yeah, when it came out.
You would have
So I
just turned
remember,
15 out of, well, yeah, you would have 15. You're going to be turning 16.
Correct.
Yeah.
but also not to get too savvy, but
Irrelevant.
I
We had
remember
to
that being
sneak
one of
in.
the
Yep.
it was
Okay.
one of the first movies I ever saw with like you guys, like Noah and Evan and Tim. One of the
Yeah.
first movies I remember going to see, like one of the first things I remember like doing in that era.
It's, I mean, I it's on my extended list. It's not in my 25, but it's on my extended list. You have my support. I struggled with like I'm like we need a Kevin Smith movie in here.
Well, it's
It
I
would
feel like the
feel it
nostalgia
would
counts
feel
more for it than
inappropriate
necessarily the
not
movie
to, and
itself.
that's the one, I guess, if we're picking one. Uh I did have
All
something.
of his stuff is earlier than, well, wait, is Jersey Girl in 2000?
Mm-hmm.
I actually like Jersey Girl. I know a lot of people don't like Jersey Girl. I
I
enjoy
mean,
Jersey Girl.
I like them all to one level or another, if I'm
Yep.
being real.
Our cousin's
Uh
in Jersey Girl.
he is, yeah.
It's a good flick. I like it.
Yeah. Uh so yeah, you have my support. I'm pretty sure Tim would upvote this as well. Gab, after that whole story, how do you feel about Clerks 2?
Of course, man. I put it on the list.
Yeah.
It's like I don't feel like comedy hasn't been on there a lot. First and two, if you're gonna
How
pick
many
one,
spots are left?
that's right in the.
40?
That's
Three?
No, I think it's like 6.
no, no, dude. Don't worry about the spots. Everybody, get what you want on the list.
Yeah, we'll
We're gonna have a
figure that
round.
out.
Okay.
You
And veto
get your
stuff. Oh, that's right. That's right.
yeah
That's right. That's right.
get your list. Make sure every list you put in your top 25. Make sure every movie gets there, and then we'll have a round that takes it down to 64. Where we can just nope. That's all. That's gone. That's gone. That's gone. That's gone. And no, Noah will send us the whole list of everything that's there.
Hmm.
And and then we'll come back and say that's gone, that's gone, that's gone. Whittle it down to 64. Then Brendan makes the brackets, and then the real fun begins.
Dude,
Love it.
Brendan's gonna put two just killer movies together on the wrong bracket. Like, dude, they can't go head
no,
to
no,
head in
no.
the first round.
It's
No,
got to be by
Brent,
point system. It's got
it
to be
is going to
by
be a point system, and it's
No,
also
I
going to
know.
be a
I'm
little
just
bit of
kidding. I'm just
genre
kidding.
consultation as well from me. I'm going to have some input. He's not just making it cold.
Brendan's
Not
gonna be
just
like
making it
Departed
cold.
versus Almost Famous first round. It's
Listen,
like, fuck,
Like,
fuck,
Jesus
that's not how
Christ.
this works. That's not how
first
any of
round,
this works.
Gladiator versus Troy. Wait, how did Troy get on there?
I swear to God, if like a quarter of the bracket is just Troy,
It's just-
Troy, just written over and over again.
No, dude,
No,
Brendan,
dude, I'm gonna
just
laugh when
Fight
the
you
final
so
list
hard,
is like
dude.
20% Scott movie, Scott Brothers.
Dude, I would say this. Damn, I love Clerks 2.
I do too.
My handle on PlayStation is literally from Snoochie Boochies. Except that was taken, so I had to go with Smoochies. But nonetheless,
So
still that's where it came from.
So is that
I
an up vote for you?
No, I can't vote for it though. I love it. After all
That's
that, I do
fair.
love it, but I can't vote for it.
Dude,
Did I
It's
ever
gonna
tell
go
y'all I
anyway,
worked
right?
with a real life Elias? I
No.
worked with a guy who literally like wore Velcro shoes to work. His mom used to drive him to work. Like I worked with an Elias. It was fucking bizarre, but he was great for like Monday mornings after Game of Thrones when
There's
you have to
only
get
one
fucking nerdy.
trilogy.
Dude, he was so
My
great.
whole
If you wanted to have a nerdy conversation about shit, everything else, I mean, he was straight up fucking Elias.
every time I watch Lord of the Rings now, anytime I see it, I'm always just thinking about, at the end when Sam's about to brick one off in Frodo's.
You know who almost ruined that movie? Elijah Wood.
The movie we deserve.
Shut up, Brendan. Again, terrible take, dude. Just
Oh, my bad. You can hate John Krasinski, but I can't hate Elijah Wood with his punchable face.
everybody loves Elijah Wood, dude.
Everybody loves
To
John
be fair,
Krasinski.
everybody loves John
Nah,
Krasinski.
Yeah,
Nah,
dude.
dude.
Everybody
No,
loves
they
John
don't.
John
Everybody loves-
Krasinski is
everybody
lowest
loves
common
Jim.
denominator. Elijah Wood's adorable.
Guys, go on the internet. Not everybody loves John Krasinski. Trust
What's
me.
what's the movie that Elijah Wood's in where it's the soccer firms?
Oh,
Green Street
Green
Hooligans.
Street
Oh,
Hooligans.
good, great movie. He almost ruined that one too, but great movie.
That's your nomination. That's your nomination. Okay, Gab. So basically, what I'm hearing is
No, like, okay, you ask us
you
for,
just want us to go basically until we've said every single movie
yeah,
on our
you
list.
ask us
We've
for
nominated
25.
every single one of them.
You ask us for 25. So theoretically, you have 5 people. You have
Theoretically,
125
we have
movies.
theoretically
You would have
25 rounds. Theoretically we have 25 rounds. Okay,
Oh yeah,
but not necessarily because there are movies that aren't gonna make it. So it's like
Because no,
yes.
and not necessarily because other people have said things that I pick. I don't need 25.
Exactly. There's
Right.
crossover rather is
So
what I mean to
you
say.
just keep going in your round until we've gotten everybody's pick. So there may be a round that I'm sitting here on. I'm like, I got nothing, boys. I've said everything,
Okay,
and
so
I'll input.
I guess what we're also saying is what if that also alleviates is you don't have to worry about like saving anything,
Yeah.
except for you might still want to consider when you want to use your super picks
Exactly.
and all of that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But
So that at the very least,
I think
want
all
y'all to see
25
my whole
movies
list.
get mentioned.
no, dude. I think Gav, I actually like the instinct. I think it makes everybody gets a chance to.
Can I ask, what's the threshold when something doesn't make it? Is that when no one gives you a thumbs up, essentially?
It's got to be majority vote, right?
Well, you just need 3 to get across the line, is what
Yeah.
we
Oh,
established.
three to get across the line.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
No, that's cool. That makes
so
sense.
if nobody gives you a vote, the whole thing is if you haven't used your super picks, you could
You're
theoretically
exiled.
burn both.
No votes, you're exiled.
No, you could theoretically burn both and upvote any singular movie and force it across the line. That was why we gave you 2 super votes, is so that if nobody votes, you can still get the movie up there. But that's
We
only in
retain those for
dire
later
straits.
on.
Yeah, I mean, well, and again, you could when we get to the brackets, it's going to be a straight vote, right? Of everybody's going to have to
Right.
say, I
Yeah.
cast my vote for this or that. So I guess, people should start burning their super votes and vetoes now, I guess.
The only thing that saves it in the bracket round is how good you can sell it to somebody.
Yeah,
So
because it's going to
that's
be
a
movie
fact.
versus movie.
which is why you guys were saying, oh, I haven't seen stuff. Okay, well, if you have one you haven't seen, go watch it because you're gonna have
whenever
to
we
vote.
get to
Noah,
the
you just
bracket,
have to
it's
make
gonna-
sure that you're over shouldering Brendan when he makes those.
Yes.
Oh,
please.
absolutely. Like, yeah.
Listen,
I'm
I do trust because that little gambling addict who loves basketball is going to understand how to make a bracket because you have scored everything appropriately. I think he's going to be in a good spot, but just check him because he's going to sneak some stuff in there. Maybe a Troy second round, a
Listen,
first
Finding Nemo
bye.
versus-
Finding Nemo finds its way into the quarterfinals. You just never know.
Where did
Gotta
all of these Sandler movies go?
Wait, how did Happy
I
Gilmore?
mean, I like Click as much as the next guy, but
Wait, that's my boy. Yeah.
it's all
Probably one of the more
Zohan.
disturbing movies, to be honest. That's my boy.
He just starts slipping in like the
Dude, I
Owen
love-
Wilson movies you forgot about, like Hall Pass, Drill Bit
Will Ferrell's
Taylor.
greatest movie ever.
Drill
Planes
Bit
Exploring.
Taylor, dude. Yeah.
Okay, where we at?
Uh,
Noah's
Is
turn, right?
everybody's 14?
yeah, it is my 14. So this is actually so Gav, I'm even right here. I'm breaking off what you said you were gonna do. I promised I would do a guest pick because he's not here and he hasn't been able to jump in, and he had some that he definitely was like, I need these to get mentioned. They haven't come
Mhm.
up yet. I'm gonna grant Mr. Sunshine Mayfield a guest pick on my round here. The John Carney film from 2007, Once, starring the Swell Season,
Oh,
Glenn
dude,
Hansard and
great,
Marketa Irglova.
great movie.
This hits musicals, this hits romance for us, this hits indie. Not that like that hasn't really been a part of any of these discussions, but like it's another 2007 movie. Beautiful love story about the power of music, bringing people together.
It's
Uh,
excellent. Yeah,
has like fantastic some original songs and some that existed prior to the movie, but just beautiful. They're actually back on tour together. I don't know if you saw that. They're doing like reunion tour shit. Uh, but yeah, won the Oscar for Best Original Song. One of the most memorable moments when they got cut off, and then Jon Stewart brought them back out to like finish their speech. It was really cool. Uh, yeah, it's once. It's beautiful movie. Uh, has it? I know Evan has seen it. Has anybody else seen it? Does anybody have any feelings?
Have not
Never
seen
seen,
it.
never
I
seen it.
have feelings, but I've never seen that movie.
Well, what are you? Okay, you have in general, like you have feelings, is what you.
Right.
I
About
got
that
it.
movie,
As
my
a
feeling
human,
is
As his sign in the
about the
background says,
movie,
I
my
heart my
feeling
daughter.
hey,
is
I
I don't
wish,
think
I
I'm missing
wish,
much.
I kind of
But I'll
wish I
watch
could
it.
ask Alex. You know what? No, just as a side, in case he's listening to this at some point. And I asked you multiple times to see this because it made me. I kind of felt like it was in the same vein. Did you ever see Sing Street?
Still have not seen it,
Dude, it's
regrettably.
fucking great, man. Anyway, so I love Once and
But
just go see.
that would be your pick over it though.
No, 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 no. I was like once when I saw once, obviously. I've only seen it one or two times, maybe. It's been a long time since I haven't rewatched it in a long time. More than 10 years for sure. Or whatever the fuck about that long. But then I remember when I saw Sing Street because it came out not too a few years ago. And I remember thinking like it reminded me of once because the sound the original songs from the movie are really fucking good. Completely different thing. It's not I mean it's a little bit of a love story, mostly it's about brothers, but which you gotta fucking watch the movie, man. It's so good. Anyway, if I wonder if Alex has seen it because I think that he would probably I assume he would probably dig it if he saw it because he likes
I
ones.
I'm pretty sure. Are you behind this one?
I How many spots? Oh, sorry, spots don't matter.
Nope.
Spots don't matter. Do we want to put it in the grand canon
I
of
mean, if now the spots don't matter, can I go back and say yes to fucking
No,
Transformers?
no,
no?
Paul. No, it's too late. Although
it already passed.
we
It
all,
passed. So
That's fine. That's fair.
Again, we're
um,
gonna have a veto round to get down to 64, and then we make the bracket.
it's
So
So that's when you'll
it's
know
been too
everybody's
long
true
for me
colors.
to, yeah, it's been too long for me to cast a positive for it being in the top. I haven't
it's
seen it. It's been so long.
it's totally fine. So that is going to be a heartbreak for once with a two vote for myself and Mr. Alex Mayfield. Okay. Has everybody gone for round
I
14?
think that's everybody, dude, for
Yep.
14.
I think that
Yep.
is everybody. Gentlemen, are we feeling like maybe
I
we
gotta
want to
get going.
stop here? Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta get some sleep.
Well, I appreciate everybody sticking in for as long as we could. And I appreciate Gavin for deciding that now there will be parts 5 and potentially 6 so that everybody can name
Well,
I'm
again,
more of their
enjoying
movies.
this. I'm
again,
enjoying
I'm
this
just out of
personally.
curiosity while we're talking. Like I'll say for myself, I have one I have 6 movies in my top 25 list that have not been mentioned or spoken about.
yeah.
I'm just
So
curious like what number everybody else kind of has.
A
Oh,
four.
Let's
shoot. I
see.
probably got like 8.
8.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got four.
Barham.
Hold on, I'm counting real quick. One,
8.
two, three, four.
Okay,
And I've
I
got
think
like some short listers that were like in contention, but yeah, I've got four that I'm sure. One I cannot remember if we talked about last time or not.
I think that I think this is manageable.
I mean, we each should have enough to get us to like again 25 slots. Again, I've had 2 or 3 that somebody's already mentioned. So if you add 8 to the
Yeah, I got an
this is
8.
gonna be this would be round 15. So essentially 14 and 8. I'm at what 22. So 3 of mine have already been picked and on someone else's list. So I didn't need to stick around for 3 rounds. Obviously, I would sit there and listen and I give my vote. But if you were like, hey, all your movies have been talked about because you've done it, I'd still get to listen and pass on people, but I wouldn't have one for that round. So you would have a round that didn't take as long. So maybe you don't,
I see what
we
you're
could do
saying.
one more
Yeah, but
episode and do a
yeah,
part
because
5 that like,
there's gonna be sections where people don't have anything left on their list to mention,
yeah,
so they will be off the board, but they'll
Also,
but
still
can you
vote.
send me a
they
list
still
of
get a vote.
everything we?
Yeah, I was gonna
Can you
say,
send me a list of
Guys, I'll
everything we
send you the
voted on?
update to the group chat as we've
yeah,
been
yeah,
doing, of course, as soon as I get all the numbers updated and everything.
yeah,
Uh, but yeah, and we should have Tim back for the next time as well. That'll be after I get back from vacation, so we'll shoot for, uh, t- you know, Tuesday or Wednesday next week, whatever works for everybody. We'll check in. But yeah, I think we can knock it out in part 5 then.
yeah, yeah.
And then veto episode, or not a veto episode, but we'll veto to get it down to 64. And then Brendan can make that bracket with some assistance. All right, until next time, for the Arc of E Network, I have been Noah. We have been joined by Mr. Barham Williams. Say goodbye, Barham.
Goodbye, Baron.
Mr. Evan Tuig.
See you guys.
Mr. Brendan Riley.
There you guys.
And my brother.
I'm gonna just quote Mr. Tim Niles and say, so long and good night.